Busy checking out the latest post over on the Warhammer community thing. I just closed that window and turned my fan off. So, first of all, did we loop? Secondly, how does my fan and or window open sound? I might push the... Does PyCam even work? Let's find out. Zoom. Yeah, there's PyCam. Look. Look, chat. Look, chat. I have a 3D printer. I'm 3D printing some models, chat. Look at the bags under my eyes from the 3D printing. I'm just really tired all the time, chat. Tired all the time. I basically just don't sleep properly in the winter, and I sleep even worse in the summer. I'm like a bear. So pull back on my mic. Is my mic duplicating again? You know what you're doing right now? You're pressing the hell out of me. I could print a frog covered in cam. That is something I could do. Now let's keep that. I need to replay that with the sound on. Okay, you can hear my fan, and that's just the way it's got to be.
All right. What are you doing right now? Impressing the heck out of me.
Now that you have a 3D printer, you can make your own 3D printed frogs.
Thank you, Bobby Yoda. I appreciate you for coming back and giving us all the support. Thank you, Naki, for dealing with that fucking advertisement before we started.
Right now?
Thank you, hello, definitely not
Impressing the
Pikachu.
heck out of me.
It's dab for you, my friend.
Now that
Well,
our
my
milk
father's
father is back, it's time to partake of his favorite pastime, reading my terrible takes. My latest one is all planeswalkers should be legal as commanders outside Rule 0.
People that normally disagree with that are the ones that are like, oh, well, commander is sacred. And the sanctity, the visual aesthetic of the format. I'm just like, oh, shut up. It's Commander, for fuck's sake. Holy mother, 22 months. That's it. Get your resubs back in, chat, by the way, because I wasn't here last week because I was ill. I'm better now. I'm still... You might hear a little bit of nasalness. I might have to blow my nose in the middle of the stream so I sound like a fucking trumpet. I've got plenty of water. I'm actually... drinking an old sody pop. I say an old sody pop. It's a Dr. Pepper. It's got the new logo. So I had a kebab for dinner. Love kebab.
The heck out of me.
Thank you, Bobby O, for gifting out a sub. 88 gifts. Fucking hell, Bobby O. You're like a king among men. If you're okay with the title of king, we can give you another title if you prefer. Gifting out a sub to Bonelli. Robert Mother's brother, thank you. 22 months. It's wild. You can climb inside my arsehole and die. That was the last bit of Dr. Pepper. Nothing's more sacred than dropping Angrath and hitting the glorious +1. What did Angrath even do with the +1? Right, let me show you what I 3D printed. One sec. So for size comparison, chat, here is a Sister of Battle. Okay? The camera's focused on my face, isn't it? There's a Sister of Battle. There's a Sister of Battle with a really big fucking sword. Like, as big as another sister, look. She's gonna fucking murder you, and you're gonna love every moment of it, because you're a perv. Here's a Paragon Warsuit. Okay, this is all Sister of Battle stuff. Now, the other army that I'm currently building up, I'm going to spend some hobby time on this week. Sharpen a video soon when the new codex arrives. Hopefully playing a battle report with someone soon as well. Is Thousand Suns. This is a Thousand Suns Demon Prince. It's not actually a Demon Prince model. It's a model from Arch Villain Miniatures. We've got a Patreon. For $9 a month, or $10 a month, you get access to all these different things, including a golem with a pyramid on its back, and 4 different poses of this little bad boy. And I've printed this out. It's huge compared to the sisters, obviously. Because this is going to be my Demon Prince for the Thousand Suns. Thousand Suns are Egyptian themed. I'm going to, pardon me, there might be pictures of it tomorrow or the next day. Basically, I was going to paint Omnathra a video this week. But basically what's happened, here's a weird thing, right? Well, I've been so under the weather, I've done like no hobbying. And obviously not a lot of work either. I've been really fucking like bed bound with sinus problems. But I'm back. But now I feel this overwhelming like pressure that I just haven't got any of the stuff that I've bought, built, or now I'm fucking 3D printing, like painted. So I need to get on top of some hobby stuff, especially with this book coming. This codex is coming. Anyway, that's a whole different thing. So this is a Scarab Pose 4 from Archvillain Games. These models are still available for 2 more days. This is not a sponsored thing, I'm just telling you because I really like this model. And then I'm going to show you the detail. This is a resin printer, a home resin printer that cost me less than £200. And check out this fucking gorgeous level of detail. Hang on. Look at that. That's a resin printer in my office right now. So resin printers, look, I'll show you all. Everyone thinks it's expensive. I might have to make a fucking video on this. I thought it was expensive. So on Prime Day, I know I bought something from Amazon. I know the tankies on Twitter will kill me. But on Prime Day... Oh, before we do this, one more little show of a hobby thing that I need to get done this week is I picked up some Necromunda stuff to make a preacher and a missionary for my sister's owl. Check out this mad cunt. This, my friends, is a Necromunda model with a pet. I think it's called a what the fuck's it called? It's called a Zealot not Vindicator. Vindicator. It's got a weird spelling. Anyway, it's a fucking chainsaw with a flamethrower built into it. How fucking cool is that? The office setup did change recently, yes. Because I moved Cornflakes. Yes. In the last 6 months or so. And then this is my... That was a preacher you just saw. This is a missionary. This guy's holding up a book and got a mace. And he's got flame for hair. Flame for hair. Right. Let's talk 3D printers for a second. So, it's Prime Day. And it was like £60 or £80 off. It was a crazy good deal. Let's see how much you can get one for normally. Mars to Goo. That's still pretty good. Let me just take a screenshot and we'll talk about it. So I don't accidentally give my address away or anything. Cool. Thank you everybody for the hype train. Hello Rob, if you want to get involved, my friend. You are more than welcome. Hype train level 2 everybody. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's a good warm welcome back. Rob, let me know if you want to get on, my friend. I'm on Amazon now and go for $300 Canadian. There's a $50 coupon available. Exactly. Okay. These are Goo printers. Bearing in mind, I'm no expert, okay? That Mr. Shy is a YouTube channel that you should all follow. He's a miniature painter and miniature enthusiast. He's on my Discord. He's got his own Patreon with his own Discord and stuff as well. Stu has been a godsend for 2 reasons. One, he helped me print these. This is a Zendikari Hedron. This is my first foray into 3D printing, all thanks to Stu. These are not purchasable from Stu, but he does have a store. I will put this all in the video, which will come out this week or next. I haven't decided when it's coming out yet. So I still need to actually do the fucking painting, and we're running out of time. Rob, I'll get you on a call in just a second. This is going to be in the base of, let me show you what I'm painting, chat. Let me show you. Are you ready, chat? Let me get Rob on the call so we can chat to Rob whilst we're talking. And then we'll go back to 3D printers as well. Where is the Robert? This is D&D we're getting into now, chat. Right. Put your hand up in chat if you like Dungeons and Dragons and you like Magic the Gathering.
Oh, me.
Oh, Rob! Speak for me to make sure the sound levels are good.
Hello.
Nice. There we go. Chat, look at this. This is an Omnath model. It is huge. Like, by comparison, there's that preacher I just showed you all. Right? This is not out yet. It comes out in July. The exact date in July I cannot tell you, but I was the first person in the world, Rob, to tweet a picture of this, to show a picture of this, because WizKids hadn't shown it off yet.
Gosh.
I've shown you pictures, haven't I?
Yeah, you have. Yeah, I'm pretending to be surprised.
So Stu helped me print these headrons, because I think they actually missed the trick by not putting headrons on the base. There's one in front of him and one behind him. I'm gonna I'm gonna be painting this up as 4-color Omnath. I was hoping to get something done today, didn't do it today, so maybe tomorrow. I don't know, I've got other stuff to do tomorrow as well, and other things I want to do. So either tomorrow, or either Wednesday or next Wednesday, there'll be a video on this Omnath. A full-on, lick my lips and call me ice cream. That's it. Yeah, I know. What an absolute lad. There will be a video either this Wednesday or next Wednesday of a full-on painting vlog of this. I'm going to be airbrushing, dry brushing, washing, and all sorts of stuff of getting this done, including an extra base plus headrons and stuff. So that's a video that I'm going to do. I've already done one on the Rakdos one. Again, these are not sponsored. WizKids sent this to me, but they sent it to me because I keep talking about how I like their D&D miniatures. They also have a lore hold. What's his name? What's the elephant boy called? Rob, do you know?
Artorius, something like that.
Vartorius? Yeah, they've sent me him as well, and I really want to paint him. But also I have like 2,000 points of sisters to paint and 1,000 suns, and then this. And because I got a 3D printer, Rob, I just can't stop printing. My printer's been on non-stop for 2 days. I'm currently printing part 2 or 4 of an incredible model. And this is not this can be D&D. There's actually D&D data sheets provided on the Patreon. That's the good shit. When a Patreon gives you data sheets and models, that's the good shit. Let me show you this model, Rob, and I'll show chat as well.
Very excited.
Right, let me show you. Hang on, explore creators. No, I want to go to my creators. Where are they? So Beasterium Miniatures. Beasterium Miniatures and Archfield Miniatures are the 2 that I am currently supporting on Patreon. We'll go to main screen. There's those printers. So let's talk 3D printers as well while we're talking about this. So chat, you're all saying, oh, you can't do it unless it's expensive. This green thing here, this Eligoo Mars 2, that is what I am printing on. And I will not lie, I am shocked at the quality. It's so good. I thought it would be like alright quality. I was asking Stu, like, oh, so like, will I be okay with these models? I'm going to be a little bit disappointed. Rob, have you seen the scarab?
Yeah.
Oh, let me show you the scarab, Rob. I will share screen with you now as well, so you can see shit, right? I just like models, Rob, and it brings everything to life, you know.
I know, doesn't it?
Right, Rob. So this is the printer that I bought off of Amazon for cheap because I had like 60, 70, 80 quid off of it. It was only a little bit over £100. I think it was 120, 130.
Oh.
So good value for money.
Bloody hell.
I know.
That's
Right.
dangerously low amount of money.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I never had an intention to get a 3D print. I was like, that's so cheap. And I do like models. So let me, I'll go on my Instagram. That'll allow me to grab this fucking. So this is going to be a demon prince for my 1,000 Suns. They're the Egyptian themed army. That's a low res image. I've got to have a. Oh yeah, there we go. Rob, look at this bad boy.
What is that?
That is one of like 15 models you get from Archfield Games for paying $10 a month, and that's what you get. Oh, chat! Wait, there's more. Fire Chick was asking, do I have a washer? At the moment, no, I don't. So what you get ultralight washers that clean, jewelry, and you can use them to clean your resin. Because what happens is your printer basically shoots light into the resin, and it hardens it because it's light cured resin. And it sticks to a plate, and the plate is pulled upwards and upwards out of the pool as it blasts it with light over and over, thousands and thousands of times, and builds it upwards, pulling it out like to the point that it's just suspended above this pool of liquid once it's finished. Very cool tech, right?
Yep.
Then, normally, you would wash it in isopropyl alcohol to get rid of the other resin that's on it that you don't need. This is water washable resin. So I'm not paying any money for alcohol. I'm not fucking about with alcohol. The resin is still toxic, so you can't pour it down the sink. So I'm going to let it harden in the water vat that I've got and then, like, filter it out and put that in the bin, basically. But this chap didn't buy any alcohol. Not dipping in alcohol. I am soaking it in warm water. I'm rubbing it with a brush, and then at the moment I'm curing it afterwards with a UV torch. I'm going to buy a nail UV thing off of, it's like 20, 30 quid online. You just stick him in and it hits it with more UV light and it hardens it. That is going to be my demon prince for my demon army. But this thing is just, it's gorgeous. Look at the detail, Rob.
It's rad. Like, for the price. Like, because like you say, you expect it to be, like, blocky and, like, not able to get the fine detail. But that is cool.
Like, here's the other one I sent to. Look at the detail! Oh! And it's right here. Chat can see it. I've been showing it off on camera, but obviously I can't show you camera and screen at the same time. That's why I'm doing this for Rob. So that's going to be my demon prince. And then I'm in the middle of printing the legs for this thing. Oh god, this is the real hype. When you see it, people like know I like centerpiece models and weird demon shit. This fucking thing, where is it? There's no solo picture of it, weirdly. Where have I got one on my hard drive? Unsliced. I've got gigs and gigs of STLs ready to go now. It's pretty funny. It is called the Divine Machine. There was no image of it. Okay, so let's grab this one off the website. Copy image. So this model... no, I want to open the file. Sorry, I'm all over the place. There we go. Right, look at that thing at the back.
Okay.
And it stood in front of a fucking portal. That is what I'm printing at the moment. And I'm fucking super excited for. So I've printed the head, the chest, the back piece, the arms. They're all printed. I'm currently printing legs plus cables. And then I've got to print pillar, and portal, which will be 2 more prints. Because my printer bed is not big enough to fit this model on. But chat, look at this.
That's insane. So you just get like blueprints, I guess, and you just load it into your computer and just...
So they're CAD files. They're called STLs.
Yeah.
You load them into a thing called Chitubox, which is on my desktop here. Hang on, I'll load Chitubox now. Doing a little 3D printing tutorial thing. So good. So this is Chitubox. Cool. So this is a representation of the bed of my printer, and then I go into my 3D printing files. I go to, I don't know, let's say Furby. I can't get this thing to print because the thing. Okay, you get supported and unsupported. Let's do a supported one. For example, the thing we're just looking at, Divine Machine, yeah? So to print its legs, they look like this. Shup. So that prints. Oh, I don't want to rotate like that. I want to zoom. So that prints like that. And then you soak it in warm water, because this is water washable resin. And all these supports, they're just, it's very satisfying. They just like pop off when you squeeze them. Like, and it comes off. It's a really satisfying feeling.
And so that file, as somebody has created that.
Yeah. So this company, Archvillain, they have a Patreon. It's got like, I think it's got like 6,000 or 10,000 members. For $10 a month, you have these for personal use. Or you can pay them, I think it's $28 a month, and you get access to all their files, because they do a new batch every month, for commercial use. So I saw this. So here's a fun fact, chat. I was having a shit, right? And because I'm 3D printing, Instagram and Facebook are just spamming me with every company that sells you STLs, right? And I see this one with this thing. I see, where's the, oh God, I've got so many things open. I see this lot, right? And I'm like, oh my God, I want this over here. I want that. I want these. So I'm looking through, it's $10. I'm like, this is amazing. And then I close Instagram. I wipe my ass. I go off, wash my hands, go to get a drink. I'm like, fuck, I don't even know what the company was called, right? So I've just lost it. And I spent like another 20 minutes like scrolling through Instagram, praying for them to advertise again to me, right? Nothing. Next day, I'm looking up prices of singular melter guns on eBay, just trying to figure out like how much money I'm going to save by 3D printing my own melter guns to put on my rets. That's a whole other conversation I won't get into here. Probably the topic of a video. And I see this thing for sale on eBay, this model here, for £90. Wow. And I'm like, huh. And the seller doesn't have any mention of the company, except for, in the corner of the image, Beastarian Miniatures. Stick into Patreon, find the Patreon, sign up for $10, get all these STLs. And then on the 1st of July, they're rotating into some other demons. And last month,
oh my God, just take this money and buy that damn Warhammer stuff, Vince.
So cool.
Thank you, Phil Bow! Yeah, how cool is this? And look at these, like, hang on, I'll show you on Chitubox. It's fucking awesome. Some of the stuff you get from these people. Let's get rid of that. Let's not open my emails. Let's open up the 3D box again. Let's go to, we want arm, back, cables, chest, head. No, so I need to go find, I've got a separate box for the portal. The void portal. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. So this is how it prints the side thing. Look at these poor souls in agony.
Trapped in things on their heads.
They're trapped in plastic. No, I'm gonna paint them up. It's gonna be fucking awesome.
That looks rad. That's so
fucking
cool.
Awesome. So yeah, I've already I got the jailer to paint. Oh, the jailer's fucking awesome as well.
And all this has cost you is 180 odd quid for the printer.
Well, it's 100. I think it's 140 because of Amazon Prime.
And then
Prime Day.
And then just sign up to a Patreon where you can get all these files.
Yep. So I'm currently on Archvillains and Beastars. And then if either of those don't like take on my fancy next month.
12 months of a sexy beard to
thank you, Irma Gooden. Welcome back, Irma Gooden. yeah, if either of these aren't that exciting next month when they do the reveal, I will just cancel Patreon for them for that month, try a different one, and maybe come back later on. Do you know what I mean? I'll go back and forth. They offer like an extra model when you've been on the Patreon for longer periods of time and stuff, but I'm going to go back and forth. I can't sign to all of them and stay on them forever, you know?
Yeah, you got to shop around, you can't just be besotted by your first love, you got to explore.
Let me see if they've revealed what the next one is. I'm not even trying to advertise them specifically, it's just a very... But, long story short, chat, the reason I'm telling you all this is because it's so cheap. So how much does resin cost? Asked Colonel Crabcake. I'm glad you asked. I bought a bottle which was 100 grams or mils. Let me just check. Sorry, 1,000 grams, not 100. That'd be ridiculous. 100 grams, which doesn't work out the same millage. Anyway, for £30 for water washable. Some resins are cheaper, some resins are dearer. I think water washable is slightly dearer, but then you're saving yourself 20 quid to buy isopropyl alcohol to have in the house as well. You need some safety equipment because there's stuff, although the fumes aren't toxic, if you get it in your mouth or on your hands, it can degrade your hands and your system over time, so you shouldn't breathe, you shouldn't swallow it or have it on your hands, so you have to wear gloves. I got goggles because I didn't want to one day like be brushing it and get in my eye and, you know. Yeah, are these guys for their own game? No, these guys have D&D modules. Oh, it's so ridiculously good value for money.
Yeah.
No, hang on. Maybe these ones don't. I know the Archvillain ones do. Just checking now to see if they've got the D&D modules. We can bring up the character sheet for that thing. So this thing here is going to be it's too small to be a Void Dragon Ape. I saw you say that in the chat. I think I'm going to play it as the Nightbringer, which is it's actually a model in Warhammer. So in my home and at my local store, I can play them as different things in Warhammer. Obviously, at a tournament, I can't do that. But yeah, I do need to have like one army that's tournament ready, ideally when events roll around. Yeah, 5th edition D&D integration, 8 data slates added to sync. Let me have a quick look to see if I can grab one of them now. Just out of curiosity. D&D integration data slates. There we go. Unborn God. That's got to be it, right? Loading. Oh, there it is. So, Rob, not only do I get this stuff, we then get to get a data sheet that they have made for it, which includes full-on details of what it is, plus, oh god, this is fucking awesome. Can you scale up or down the print? Yes, you can, Warpig, because I got this fucking Scarab and I thought that looks too big, having no idea how big the plate on my printer really was if I scale. So I scaled it to half size. I've got a mini one of these downstairs, which was the first thing I printed, and it's tiny. The fucking sword snapped off because it's not designed to be that small. So you can scale them up and down. You can scale them up and down, even bigger, depending on how big the plate for your printer is, obviously. I'm already itching now to get a fucking big one, but not for a while. Not for a while. So this is a... What's the challenge rating on it? It hasn't got a CR. Hasn't got a CR.
I think it's at 12.
Oh.
Yeah, 12.
Does it?
Yeah.
Where?
Underneath language.
Oh, it does. Oh, good, good. Yeah, armor class 17, 210 hit points, 20 it's very strong. You'd think it'd be high on con and intelligence, considering it looks like a fucking metallic godlike creature. Immune to any spell or effect that would alter its form. Advantage in saving throws against spells and other magical effects. The Divine Machine is an 18th level spellcaster, and it can cast cantrips, Firebolt, Mage Hand, Mending, Prestidigitation, and it's got Expeditious Retreat, Sanctuary, Thunderwave, Blur, Heat Metal, Scorching Ray, Sea Visibility, Dispel Magic, Fly, and Haste. Not that many offensive spells, actually, surprisingly. Which is probably much. Maybe,
heat metal will fuck up a paladin. That's the thing. That,
oh, can you heat the armor?
Yeah, and then they can't get it off. It takes a minute to take off armor, and by then you're dead. It's very
that's
funny.
Sick, that's wicked. It's got a lot of attacks, Clap Wave, Tendrils, and it's got an Incinerating Beam.
That's pretty cool. It seems seems a bit pushed for a CR12 at a glance, but it's a very, very cool boss like monster.
Yeah, there's no way that's like a minor creature to fight in like a high level campaign. That is a boss for a lower level, right?
100%.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and Shazra. Yeah, people on eBay who are selling these, because like I said, there is you can pay $28 a month to get the Patreon, then you can 3D print them yourself and sell them as part of your business. Like that is part of the STL 3D printing world that I've just discovered.
Right.
People are labeling these as Necron themed, so people pick them up as Necron alternatives, or as you said, Dark Mechanicum. Someone had it up as a Dark Mechanicum Elder God or whatever, which means it's just nonsensical added words of Warhammer just slung together. But you're right, it does seem like it could be a cool. If you're playing a Chaos Mechanicum crossed list, this would be a cool Demon Prince. It is, I think it's about twice as tall when put together as this scarab. It's going to be very fun to paint. I actually love what they've done with it with the mock-up. This undertone blue, high contrast green.
Yeah.
I might do something similar because it seems like easy as well. Not well, unless you have an airbrush. I'm so balls deep into this miniature hobby. But Rob, look at it.
It looks fantastic, and to be able to create stuff like that is just—it's next level, isn't it? It must be so satisfying to see it done.
Yeah. Oh god, the feeling of accomplishment, even though I didn't do any of the modelling and I just pushed the button of this scarab, is insane. And like the thing as well, like so say you want these troops and you want like a D&D game where you've got there's crossbow variants as well. I don't think they're on here, but you can pick a crossbow variant. Yeah, they're not here, but there's like 2 variants because they've modeled them both. You can just put like 16 of these on the bed because the bed can fit that, and just put them. And that means you've got a 3-hour print session and you have 16 enemies for that week's D&D campaign. Or not campaign, sorry, session.
That's pretty cool. Like, so you can do like more than one thing at a
Yeah. So the idea is that so the printing, its length is determined by how often it scans the light and how tall the printing is. So if you're putting on a part of this that is like the full print bed, you are. In terms of saving time, you should then fill out the rest of the bed with random other bits. Is the efficient way of doing it. Because that's the thing that I didn't realise is time. So printing the scarab thing took 4.5 hours. So it's a very slow process at the moment, anyway. I guess mark my words, 2-3 years, it'll be firing lasers into the resin and it'll be like done in like half an hour, right? Like we're on track towards the future now, where you can just 3D print your own fucking like plumbing.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely going to be the way forward. But like even for that, even at that price, to create something of your own, then like
so
you can create
and then,
it's fantastic.
Exactly. So the next thing though is like really creating your own, right? Is getting into Blender and shit and building your own models.
Yeah.
That's a whole different rabbit hole that I probably won't go down.
Yeah, I mean, because you need to have like bloody, kind of. You got to style it in a certain way. So,
There's a lot of skill and talent.
Skills
yeah. So that's someone who wants to get like that's equivalent of someone wanting to get into sketching or painting. Straight onto canvas, not models. I mean, it's a whole absolutely whole other discipline or like thing you can do, but it's there and then you can just print these things off. It's crazy. Or Blender, you can make very basic stuff, But I'm never going to be touching that because that's just not a thing I'll be able to do. But as Warpig said in the chat, yes, these will make great cultists. I only own 30 cultists, and obviously some chaos lists in the future might want to run 40 or 50 or 60, so I'm probably going to 3D print.
You can print some of those little things that only come in boxes. What was it you were talking about ages ago in a video? Tyranids, something crawly. That they only come in as they only come as a certain set, and they only...
Oh, scarabs?
Yeah. So you could...
Oh yeah, there's got to be them. Well, this is the thing, so then 3D printing bleeds into that world where there are STLs out there that are literally just scans of Warhammer models. And those can't be sold, and those are very much in breach of copyright, and then we get into a big discussion around that. So, for the longest time in Warhammer, if you 3D print your head or your shoulder pads, tournament legal, it's fine. GW have just said that if you are 3D printing anyone else's STLs that you haven't made yourself, that you've bought, that is not allowed at their tournaments. Which, bear in mind, they only run 3 tournaments in America at the moment anyway, and whatever's at Warhammer World. So it's not like, but yeah, it's interesting pushback against 3D printing. Because I guess GW must be scared of this.
Yeah, 100%. I mean,
at the moment, the adoption's very low.
So.
Yeah. And they've been able to overprice things for the longest time because they had the best model tech in the world. And now that technology's coming to people's homes.
Commercialised, yeah.
Because their injection molding is still, the fucking best. But, as someone who has bought a lot of their resin stuff from Forge World, it is really not any better than what my 3D printer's just done. Which is fucking wild. Because they're injection molding that. So once upon a time, resin was just more detailed than plastic because the tech couldn't get the molds for plastic to be as tight. Nowadays, injection molding plastic, like the normal kits that they send out, are incredible, and the resin is falling behind. So I think they need to transition to actually 3D printing, with industrial style LCD or laser printers. But I think they just injection mold everything at the moment. So. Oh yeah, Chocobo, you're right. Warhammer models are insanely overpriced. But for the longest time, you could argue maybe it's not overpriced simply because they are the ones doing the best stuff in the industry. But I've just I've just literally bought a thing off Patreon and stuck it into a machine, and it's printed something that is as detailed as anything I've received from Forge World. It is fucking wild. So yeah, Rob, that's part of my recent journey.
It's incredible.
Yeah. Right, chat. Today, we have access to Urza's Saga for the first time in almost 4 weeks. We actually have cards. Now, I was hoping to play a Ragavan deck today, but I couldn't get Ragavans after trying for 3 hours today. Hence, there's a video on my channel today, if you haven't seen it, of me talking about the current state of the economy on Modo, how it's a fucking joke, and if Wizards don't sort it out, Modo is going to suffer in the long term. But that's something I'm not going to go into too much here. So, we are playing what Goldfish calls you.
You?
Yep, you.
Me or you?
You.
Me.
Not me.
Okay.
You.
So me.
Yes. This is the modification. This is the embodiment. Embodification? The embodiment of Rob. No, it's not really. This is not a deck item I set it to play. But okay, so what we're playing today is, it is not Soldier Stompy, as some people have been incorrectly calling it. Soldier Stompy, Stompy in Legacy describes prison decks, essentially. Coming from the old term for Dragon Stompy, where you got aggressive with 4-drop dragons, normally Rakdos Pit Dragon traditionally, whilst having lock pieces to back it up. It's not Stompy because we aren't locking our opponent out. We don't have any Chalices, we don't have any Trinispheres. What we are doing is taking advantage of Urza's Saga and fast mana like Mox Opal and Ancient Tomb to accelerate ahead in a way that our opponent won't be able to compete with, in theory. And so let's go through cards. There's a lot of new cards in this. Like the deck is primarily new cards, which is quite exciting. So we've got Mox Opal, which is banned in Modern. We have a mana base that is 4 blue artifact lands, 4 white artifact lands. Apparently the white is quite tough on the deck. Thraben used that on Twitter today, but I still want to give it a shot to cut the white. Some plains, 4 Ancient Tombs for Soul Land, first turn explosive starts, and then Urza's Saga. So, Urza's Saga, for you that don't know, it is a land, it is an enchantment, and it's a saga. Its first pip gives us tap to make 1 mana. Its second pip gives it the ability to tap with 2 mana to
come
make a
back and he's finally to magic.
Power and toughness equal to the number of artifacts you can play. And the third pip is go and find a 1-drop artifact. A 0 or 1-drop artifact in your deck. So and put it to play. So what it finds is Mox Opals. It doesn't find Esper Sentinels because it specifically says 0 or colourless 1. Okay, so no Esper Sentinel. Retrofitter Foundries, Zabaz, and I think that's it, because we can't get Stonecoil Serpent because it's an X. Can we get the X because it's something? No, we can't get the X. We definitely can't get the double X. So it's the only things we can get with Urza's Saga. And then we have Artbound Ravager to do traditional Affinity things that people will be familiar with from back in the day in Standard and in Modern Affinity. Then we have Zabaz as a one-off, which is kind of like just powers up, quite literally, quite specifically the modular ability of things like Artbound Ravager. We have the East Swan Canonist to give us a game 1 advantage or Silver Bullet. I say Silver Bullet, we can't fetch it back. Against combo. And then we have Net Assist, which is just basically a cranial plating but with a body attached. Which can be re-equipped elsewhere for 2 mana when the equipped germ dies, which is also a Phyrexian germ now, I believe. Does it sound like it does? It does. X does count as 0 on the stack. X does count as 0 in your hand. X's CMC or mana value is 0. It's 0 mana value. What Urza's Saga says specifically, it doesn't say with mana value, it says cost. Cost colourless 0 or colourless 1. If it said colourless 0 or like 1 white pip, it could get Sentinel. It's not talking about mana value or what we used to call CMC. It's talking very specifically about mana cost. Which, I talked about this in a video before. It's interesting that they're exploring different spaces with this. I guess when it used to be converted mana cost and mana cost are very far apart in words, where mana cost and mana value are closer, both being 2 words and one of each of those words is mana. Very weird, but yeah, that's why. Then we have Psymaster Thopters, so as we plant things into play, or cast them, should I say, we get 1/1 Thopters. And then we've got Thought Monitor, which is basically, if Mold Drifter and Thoughtcast fucked, it would be this. So it is a 2/2 flyer, so it just draws you to and ends the battlefield. That is what Mold Drifter does, but it has Affinity for artifacts, which is what Thoughtcast had, being a 2 card draw as well. Yep. And then lastly, we have everybody's favourite ubiquitous ways to finish off having mana and or artifacts. We have Walking Ballista, obviously, one of the greatest cards ever printed. Probably not. Honestly, I think it might be up there. Somewhere in the top 20 of greatest cards ever printed. I think Walking Ballista might be in there, right? Because it's so easy to be your end game for a combo where you have mana, and also be an artifact that factors to artifacts and counters off of Artbound Ravages. And then we have Stonecoil Serpent as well. And then, I believe that's everything. Let me just make sure I did not skip anything. Sort by mana value. Yeah. Our sideboard is a Gravedigger's Cage, some anti-combo tech in Thorn of Amethyst, 3 Central Distractions, 4 Swords of Plowshares, and 3 Disenchants. This deck is a known entity. This deck was a challenge winner. Let me just grab the user's name so we can at least show some respect to the heritage. Shut up, Saffron Olive. Just come up on my other screen. Just find the, I didn't bookmark it, so I got to go digging for it. Oh, don't tell me. I thought Goldfish had updated, and I'm never going to find it. So the deck is called U by Goldfish. What it is, it's blue-white Affinity. Right? That's what it actually is. The user is Minest110. It won the challenge first place, 6-0, so it's got legs. It is about $1,200 on tabletop, which is actually incredibly cheap for a legacy deck. It's $400 online because, what's the reason? Retrofitter Foundries are fucking $60 for 3.
It's a commander.
That's
card.
Commander.
Yeah.
It's a Commander card, isn't it?
Yep.
Well, I mean, it was in a Commander deck, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a recent, more recent Commander deck, which they didn't put as much on. In it's only in Treasure Chest, I think, in MTG.
Yeah. So on Modo, it owns the price of that. In paper, it's also $80 for 3.
Okay, fair enough.
Which deck was it in, chat? Was that in the...
I think it was in the Saheeli deck, Planeswalker deck.
Saheeli would make sense. Interesting. And then the other expensive card, of course, is Urza Saga, which on Modo is $200. It's half the price tag of the deck. So again, I'm not going to labour this point. I did a video on it today. I think this is concerning. I think this is going to be ongoing because Modern Horizons is going to be open very much on Modo. It means that all the older formats are getting dearer again. It means that because this is the point I was going to be getting at again, the full video on the YouTube channel. But Legacy and Modern depend upon Modo to survive, especially when paper players, at a premium in the current climate and everything. So Wizards really need to fucking look after it, but they won't. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. Okay, so well done, Minister 110. Let's see if I can replicate your skillful piloting of the deck blind. Anyway, Rob, how are you? We've gone through everything, but we haven't asked how you are.
Very well, thank you. I had a very long weekend away. Went down to Dorset and enjoyed a lot of, very Shire-like countryside, which was lovely. And
the Shire, like Hobbington.
Yeah.
Hobbington.
Literally walked past a cottage that was called the Hobbit Hall. We were in Shaftesbury.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Wait, is that where Tolkien based it all off of?
This sort of end of the world, yeah, sort of West Country.
You were.
Yeah, it's all been lovely, and now I had my first day back at work today, and it was nice and easy. So yeah, it's been a good.
How long were you away for?
Since Thursday.
Actually, I do remember you saying this now because we're talking about dates for D&D, weren't we?
Yes.
On that topic, I guess we should mention it now, and I'll mention it later in the stream as well. Tomorrow, same time, we would have just started because we start at 7:30 tomorrow. We are streaming some Dungeons and Dragons chat. So if you want to join myself, Rob, Toma of MTG Goldfish, and Spice 8 Rack, we will be streaming a high level. Are we level 15?
A level 15 adventure, which will be very exciting and good fun for all. So I encourage you to come and watch.
Yes, I'll be posting all about it on the social medias and stuff a little bit later. But yeah, people should come hang out. It's fun. And the VOD will be on YouTube, but it's cool to have people local. Is it Tomb of Horrors? No, it's not Tomb of Horrors. Is it your own design or is it from Candlekeep?
It is our next adventure from Candlekeep Mysteries,
wicked.
And it is the last one or the penultimate one. The last one in the very back of the book. So
cool.
It's the highest level one that they do. So we're going to be exploring that since we don't see a lot of high level play, and we don't get to play a high level very often. So it's an opportunity to do one shot at a high level. So that's why we're doing it, and it's going to be good fun.
Wicked. I'm well hyped for it. Right. Focus on what's going on now. I think I kept the hand that was not as good as I first thought. I thought we could play hand list. We cannot.
Yeah, so did I, but we can't.
Yeah, for those who are wondering, you can't play Stone Cold for 7 for 0, get Metalcraft and activate Mock so it dies as a state-based action. We're against Hogak, which is also a deck that has risen in popularity. Almost played it for a video today when I realised that I wouldn't be able to I almost thought I could get hold of Sagas or Vagabonds again. A video which is going to be called "Is Hogak Still Good?" ? Because the clickbait is strong with this one. We don't want them double spelling.
So Aether Sworn Canonist is going to look real good here.
Aether Sworn Canonist is going to look real good. Canonist
7,
1,
6,
2, 3,
5,
4,
3.
so casts
3
for 3. So next time we can play Nettle Cyst and it.
Yeah. Gland, Cyst, Thought Monitor.
1,
Yep.
2, 3, 4. No, he's still. Well, we're definitely going to cast this next time. I don't know if we can cast it with Sentinel. We won't be attacking with our Stone Cold Serpent because we want to keep our Affinity up, and they probably will block. Turn 1 it as a 0 drop to assert dominance. There's a Stitcher Supplier. There's a mill. There's a bridge from below now, so we're actually willing to trade the Serpent in once we've cast the Thought Monitor because it will get rid of the bridge. They attack with a Stitcher Supplier.
Okay, mistake. Block.
We block with Stone Coil. They'll get a 2/2. We'll kill the bridge. We'll lose Stone Coil. That seems okay, doesn't it?
That's 100% fine. I mean, they'll go to mill more, so they might hit a bridge, but the... Yeah,
They get a
depends on
2/2,
how
we
they
kill the
stack
bridge.
it. So isn't there a way to, like... Yeah, do the mill after...
Yeah, they can find another bridge here, yeah. Which they did, funnily enough.
Better to be lucky than it is to be good.
Yes.
That's cost them nothing.
Sigh.
So, disappointing.
Planes.
I think we need Thought Monitor here.
It's cost for 4. If we play the Cyst, we don't get anywhere. Cyst's a good blocker, though, isn't it? We can play Psy plus Cyst next turn. That'll make us another Thopter. I think we can take it slow. The Canvas is going to keep him on the back foot, right?
Yeah, fair enough. In that case, we should play Psy, so we get our Thought.
Yeah. That is what we're going to do. And this is going to cost, at the moment, 4, but next turn it'll cost 2 less. It'll cost 2. So just probably hit a land or a mana rock next turn, or just a free artifact. Actually, no, we won't get... Yeah, well, an Opal will generate another Thopter, so yeah. Counting. Yeah, that's what Affinity is all about. Affinity is the math deck, right? More so than Burn. Like old school Affinity and Modern, you were counting how much damage you could do, how much infect you could do, what your Affinity was. Oh, yeah. We can take 1 now because trading doesn't do anything. Killing it only improves their board state and their situation.
But yeah, back in the day, Affinity was very much math is for casters as well as blockers.
I love old school Modern Affinity. I miss it a lot.
Me too. I remember I was there when like Standard was the worst format in the universe, where it was all just like Affinity, Tempered Steel, and all that kind of nonsense. And it was horrible, but it was great to see it all go off in the early days and people exploring the crazy modular formats, dice everywhere. Because it's really not really. There was never really a deck like it before that required so much like stuff to actually make it work. Like both in like sort of like thinking about it and in deck construction and in peripherals.
Oh god, I forgot Emery was in the deck. Wait, Emery was in the deck? Do you know the deck section wasn't on screen, was she? Did I just ignore her?
Let me say.
Yeah, Tempered Steel was much later than Affinity on those.
Sorry. Yeah, not...
But no, Tempered Steel was in the Return to
That's it, yeah.
Original Affinity was like
doing
Ravager
right
and Cycle of
Impressing
the Vault
the
and Artifact
heck
Lands.
out of me.
Sneaky Emery.
I think we play... Emery, I think, because it has more impact next turn. This deck is fun. Next turn we can play a Walking Blister from the bin. We can play a Esper Sentinel from the bin. Cool.
Cool.
And then we just put the Nettle Cyst onto a flyer and start slapping.
Yep, I think so.
That is the plan. Thank you for the sub though, Hawkfrost. 0000000. So I played a little bit, going back to the Tempered Steel Affinity thing. I didn't play Standard back when Affinity was around. I actually don't think I was playing much Magic at all, other than like cracking the occasional pack if I can convince my mother to buy me one from Toy Master. Or Hogosaurus, as it was called at the time. But Tempered Steel, I bought that deck for a couple of just random Standard events during Scars of Mirrodin, and I got absolutely stomped by, I think it was Scapeshift in one of them. Just getting Scapeshifted for like 3 rounds in a row by some green-red Titan Scapeshift deck. I didn't say Scapeshift. Scapeshift wasn't in the format, so it was Titan plus Valakut, I think. But that feels like Scapeshift, right? Just take 1. So yeah, just people were just Titan Valakutting me. I'm like, well, guess I didn't kill you fast enough. Yeah.
So
Oh, they can sack their whole board to make 2/2s.
They can. We have like massive things. So.
Patters was it was when I was in uni. Patters, that was when Tempered Steel was around, because it was that was when I came back to Magic around that time, like back to it properly. That's where we and Rob met as well. We used to play D&D and Magic on Monday nights, and Magic a lot the other time as well.
Yep. That was when I started getting back to it. Thanks to you. That was the same sort of time.
So I think we started playing at the Royal Oak. I think Innistrad Dark Ascension just come out. I think.
So, first Innistrad. Yeah.
Know what you're doing right
Yeah,
now?
OG Innistrad. Yeah.
Impressing the heck out of me.
Because that was my first GP. Was Dark Ascension in England, because Goblin Guy was the promo and Sorin Lord of Innistrad and Gravecore with the chase res.
What a day! What a time to be alive.
Yeah, right. Okay, we have one, which is nice.
Hooray!
Surgicals, Grafdiggers, Cages. I think Plowshares are probably worth it for the Hogax.
Yeah, 100%, because they are on the play this time, so we want to be able to be playing our answers. I feel the retrofit foundry thing is a bit slow.
Interestingly, S% was probably the same as it is when you play it in D&T, where you either want 4 or want none, and I think we want none in this matchup. Foundry's a little bit slow, so maybe cut one of those. Calendus was actually amazing. Yeah, that'll do. I don't know if that's correct, chat. You don't come here for correct sideboarding plan, that's for sure. Thank you, J Bears, to 92 with your Prime. Don't forget, kids, if you've got Prime and you want to support your favourite streamer, which should be me, because I am the best looking streamer, full stop. That's just not Magic, by the way. Yeah, all those other sexy streamers can eat my sexy arse out. We're on the play. We have no lands. Guess we're going to mulligan. Surgical's tempting, though. Okay. No surgical, though.
It's a quick...
Canonist is a pretty good Magic card. We can cast it on turn 2 because we have an Ancient Den to turn it on. So we go land, opal, Canonist, and hope it's enough.
Sagas at first, so we can get the graphics cage quickly.
Yeah, but by turn 3, that might be too slow.
Potentially, yeah.
So if we go Saga turn 1, turn 2 we go Ancient Tomb, make a construct.
Okay, so, Saga turn 1, Den turn 2 with
it won't be online. Oh, actually, yeah, we can go this and this and yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we can keep this, and we can bottom the tomb. Yeah, no, you're right. We go Saga. So you're right. I was being an idiot. I was thinking like, oh, we have to play Saga, then we can't possibly cast this till turn 3. I'm like, no, because it still makes mana.
Yeah.
We can still do that. Other platforms as well, Schmoggy. Fucking none of this OnlyFans, Pornhub, fucking amateur shit. Just tune in and fap yourself to me. Right, what are we going to draw? Plowshares. Interesting.
Follow me.
Let's go... Saga. Let's go Opal. Should have held on to the Opal in case we drew a Psy, maybe? Actually, no, but then we can play Canonist next turn and keep Plowshares up, can't we?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So there's another reason not to play both of them out. There's another reason not to play your... Well, I guess actually we would have lost Ancient Dinos in it.
Oh,
so Force of Vigor, which is...
that's a thing.
$50 on Modo. I think it is. Yeah.
Well,
we're going to be fine, because they might have kept anti-us tech, but nothing for themselves. Yeah. I mean, you say double sinkhole. It was more like a sinkhole that made us discard a card, because we didn't lose 2 lands. We lost, but that was painful. We can Plowshares that. So we're actually not in a bad spot, because they're under 1 card in hand, and they've got like a load of 1 power and 2 power in play. Ancient Den, plow this before they draw an altar and play it. Cool. Okay. Let's hope Candice the Thought Monitor is good enough. It's a lot of attacking, sure. Get a 15. Stem the tide of the bleeding. Yeah, so they kept a hand that was good at fucking us plus a Hogak. So they had interaction plus Hogak. That's a reasonable hand to keep. In they come. I will block the Stitcher. I know it puts things in their yard, but I think I'm okay. We've got another Plowshare, so they get a Hogak out of it, we're fine. If we see bridges, that's a bridge. Okay. The Vengevine's not that scary because they can't cast it. You can't get it back, shall I say. How much mana does this cost right now?
4.
3. Bargain.
Oh, nice. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Opal? Nah, that's a shame. I don't think... No, I'll get it back. I'm too scared. Why am I scared? I should have got it for 2. They're on 27. I'm thinking we have to, like, dominate them. But actually, no, it could be because that 2 damage matters. So we traded a Thought Monitor in for a Gravecrawler here.
Yeah.
I know that gives them a 2/2 and kills the bridge, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
They can recast it. But we also are on 11, so killing the bridge is important.
I don't know why they kept that other one back, because they can't block.
Yeah, it's to cast the Hogak, I think. I haven't done the counting. Counting's for cowards. So we want to draw like an Opal or a land, so we can go Thought Monitor plus Plowshares. They have 1 card in hand. If it's a Force of Vigor, we have lost the game. If they just cast a Hogak here, we're fine. Collector Oof would also be brutal if they were randomly playing that. And they're casting a Hogak. Okay, all good.
Attack.
Hogak is back. Baby! Now we're just going to plow it. Land? Oh, that's almost a land. So this costs 3, right? So we can run the risk of trying to draw a land off of it, but I think we have to plow.
It's got to be a white land as well.
Yeah. So I'm going to play a Ballista on 1, so we can pop bridges.
Know what you're doing right now? Impressing the heck out of me.
Sounds good.
Greetings, you majestic sausage.
And then we plow anything that looks like an altar's going to come down or something like that.
Do Rhombus, thank you for the sub. Oh, it's late to the chat. I heard the majestic sausage bit and that was it. Yeah, we keep this up. Do we plow on their turn? Is there any reason to? I can't think of one not to.
Know what you're doing right now? Impressing the heck out of me.
Danny DB 1990
Happy
as well.
2-year anniversary or 2.5 sub babies.
Fucking hell, that's a big old long time. It's Vengevine hardcast from hand. Okay. So that's gonna land.
That canonist is doing very secret work, it seems.
Let's just get rid of this. You can have all the life in the world.
Yep. We'll get you eventually.
We're gonna... 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
A Gravecrawler?
Yeah, but I don't think we can cast more things if we keep Ballista around. And Arcbound plus Ballista is kind of insane. We can take 8. Yeah, we can take 8.
They have no reach unless they're playing Creeping Chill. Then we'll
I don't think they are. We're good.
Yeah, we can go to 2.
Untap.
Nice.
I love it. So we're going to play the Danger Den first to make this cost 1.
Oh.
Oh, isn't Affinity wonderful?
Oh, so good.
Isn't Affinity great?
I
guess I cast the other Thought Monitor, because then if we draw another land, we can still play the Nettle. If we draw an Open, we can play the Nettle System. If we don't, we play the Ravager. So we go Thought Monitor again. Not quite there, but then we have another Ravager. So our blocks are now efficient because we put counts on Ravager. I guess we just get in for 2. They're on 34, Rob.
We'll get there. We'll get there. We nickel and dime them with our tiny tutus. This is what we do when we play Magic. Gooey with white tutus.
So they've got another Vengevine off the top. Yeah, okay.
Cool.
So we're going to get a blocks here. Yep, sure. So we're going to go blocks. We're going to make the walking ballista big enough to kill this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 counters onto it, make it 5, 5. So we're going to go Artbound Ravager here, this here, this here, this here.
And then you can kill the... Well, you can kill the Gravecrawler. Or you can kill the Dryad Arbor with the Walking Ballista.
Well, the Walking Ballista survive is going to be a 5-5.
I thought the Ravager was going to be the one that you were going to...
No, we'll put all the counters on the Ravager now, then put them onto the Walking Ballista.
Ah, okay.
So we're going to say okay. We're going to sacrifice this Thought Monitor. We're going to sacrifice this Thought Monitor. We're going to sacrifice this Ancient Den. We're going to sacrifice this Artbound Ravager. Vengevines don't have Trample, do they? Haven't played Legacy for like 3 weeks, so I feel so incredibly... yes, cool. So we kill a Vengevine. Take no damage. We untap. Cool.
Yeah, that's very nice.
So we now go like...
Saga.
Saga. Cyst. It's a 7/7.
Exactly. And now we've got... a load of... We'll have to do a lot of... No. We need to block with that.
No, we don't.
3.
We can block with Ballista and shoot things.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's fine. The Vengevine will get eaten by the germ, and the Walking Ballista will do the pew. We're just hoping for no fucking vigor. Satyr Wayfinder. What do they find? It finds lands, right?
Oh, there goes the vigor.
There's a vigor in amongst those cards. It's not in their hand. Cool. No attacks from them.
Nice.
We're gonna untap, tick this up. We don't have to respond to this. We have to respond to the third one. So say okay. We drew a Stone Course up. So we go Ancient Den. Activate this. Cast a Ravager. Look at all this stuff.
Smashing
Hit him with
How
a
you doing right
10.
Impressing
Hello,
the heck
Dredgy 6GGT.
Daddy
And thank you for
PK,
the sub.
finally a live one.
Welcome back.
Yeah,
Finally a live one.
I feel
Can we
like
hit him with a 10-10 here?
I feel like our 9/9 is going to hold the fort quite nicely.
But what do they block with? They block with this, or this. Yeah, I think we're okay, actually. So
We want to slam him because we need to keep because their creatures are also mana for Hogak, don't forget. So the more we can keep on the board, the better. While the bridge.
Thing is, Hogak's actually starting to look like it's too small, which is really funny to say. Turn off all yields for level 3 of the Urza's Saga. Welcome back to the last the last installment of the Fast and Furious Saga. Have you seen that they started referring to it as a saga, Rob?
Jesus, have they?
It's not a series anymore, it's a saga.
Oh, no.
So play the Gravecrawler in the bin. Sure. Mm-hmm. We're gonna untap. Trigger on the stack. We're gonna activate. No, they've conceded. Cool. All right then.
Better than Hogak.
Yeah. Isn't it funny that our first round of Urza's Saga was against one of the broken cards from the last Modern Horizons? Who will live? One City of the Dead or one Beepy Boop Boy? No, in that case, definitely Pikachu. It was who will win? One Living City of the Dead or the ongoing legacy of the most powerful wizard to have ever existed in canon? Right? It's Urza's Saga. It's not just a robot. It's the history of Urza.
Exactly, and you can't beat Urza. Nothing beats Urza.
It's the second best saga ever made after Fast and the Furious. Spoiler up, I haven't seen any of them. I want to go watch them. No, I've seen literally zero. I need to go and watch them. I say need. Need's a strong word. Turn 1, this, play this. Yeah, this is pretty good. Oh, hang on. Is Hogak the Necropolis? Is that meant to be some reference to something that Urza have done badly at some point? I know he's done a lot of atrocities, but is it directly linked? That's what Definitely Not Pikachu was saying. I want you to give me fucking citations. I want a wiki article written by you. I agree, Nanopus. It's very on theme. It's very funny that the two most powerful cards to affect Legacy and Modern from this set. I mean, there are other cards too, but the two most powerful are Urza's Saga, which in namesake, flavour, theme, and mechanics should be absurdly powerful, right? And it should be borderline game-breaking. It makes sense on many levels. Then there's Ragavan the fucking monkey. Like, talk about... What's the term they use in when gameplay doesn't fit theme or narrative? Something dissonance.
Cognitive dissonance.
What was the first word?
Cognitive dissonance?
No, it's not cognitive dissonance. It's something else.
No.
8-Rag loved the term. Ludonarrative dissonance. That's the one.
Ludonarrative dissonance.
It's used in game design to mean like where the narrative or the theme or the flavour does not match the gameplay. So my favourite example of this is... I say favourite example. It's a funny example for me. Is the Jason Bourne video game from... 2009, I think it was. I can't remember exactly when it came out. On the Xbox 360, PS3. But the whole game is about an ongoing like a chase. You are born and you are running from the authorities, and you're running, and every single one is like quick time events and car chases and combat where you're like fighting through an office, you have to dive through windows, and the whole game is a very good job of, you know, linking up both narrative, theme, flavour, and mechanic, right? Except for the fact there's a ongoing quest to pick up floating passports that literally just float in the air like an old school video game pickup, that are in like obscure locations. So the whole flow of the game is broken down by you being like, I am Jason Bourne, I'm on the run, but I'm going to stop and look behind this waterfall just in case there's a passport. It's fucking nonsense. And that game wasn't that good anyway, I'm just saying. It was alright, but the passport thing was made me laugh. And you get that with Ragavan too, right? Urza's Saga makes sense. Ragavan is nonsense. Ragavan is a deep cut reference to Kernape. Is it? Has someone said that, like, from Wizards Design? Because that feels like they're making it up after the fact. Oh no. Forked Bolt. Ragavan is actually Urza. That would make sense, Paz. That would make sense. I think we're against Ragavan here, though. So, they might dash it into us. So I guess we should play the Walking Ballista. Is Monkey the strongest creature type in Magic? That's the real question.
No.
Why not?
Okay, good question. What is the most powerful creature of Magic? Because I would err on the side of ironically, either Eldrazi or Elves. That's I'm open to.
I think humans in the running too. But like, if this is the best one drop ever printed,
yeah, right? So far. I mean, you know, there was a time where Jackal-Pup was the best one drop ever printed. Like,
are you saying we're going to get a better Ragavan? Rob, the sky isn't falling. Stop it, Rob. Stop being so extreme.
Have you seen Zergo Bell Striker? That was almost, you know, almost standard playable. It just needed, you know, 4 more lines of text like Ragavan has.
It's like Zergo feels like so long ago as well. It
does, doesn't it?
I showed you my retrofitter foundry. Please respond. You said DRS is better than Monkey. Yeah, well, good luck playing DRS in your fucking deck, Stone Age dude, man. You are right, though. DRS, I think DRS is better than the Monkey, but you cannot play it anywhere, which has to factor into this, right? Motor Regent pitched into Force of Will. That is fair enough. Mm-hmm. We're going to go getting big, and then you're going to bolt me, and I'm going to feel silly, but I've got fuck all else to do with my mana.
Yep, we have nothing else to do with in our hands.
Here it comes.
Okay, so we just pew your face, just about.
And then they play a Monkey and we lose. If their last card is Monkey, we're in dire straits. DOS is legal in Pioneer. No, nothing is legal in Pioneer because no one's playing it. If a tree falls in a forest and no one's there to play the format, did that tree ever really fall? Do you know what I mean? I should make these jokes because Pioneer .community got very upset on Twitter last time I did this.
Yeah. There's only like 4 of them, I wouldn't worry about it.
The collective might. I think that's my joke. I think it's like 5 people play it, and I didn't want to yuck anyone's yum, but it's not unfair to say that Pioneer is not played a whole lot. Pioneer sees more play than Legacy, if I'm not mistaken.
No,
actually very. hang on. I'm very interested. So Legacy. Oh fuck! Can we have a look? Legacy play active players, or at least leaderboard.
No, Modo's not going to give you stats that are useful.
No. But like, we can at least do a comparison, right? So this is just trophies, obviously. Has Pioneer got a more active league? Looks similar. 36 on the top one though. Less of a scroll, but there's more on the top one. Interesting. More info. Let's have a look. What does more info give us? More info gives us nothing. It gives us like format challenge and stuff. You imagine that Pioneer will pick up when LGS is open back up. Maybe it has to, honestly. Maybe it has to. Because Wizards aren't going to make anything else accessible, are they? To be fair, you can actually rent a Pioneer deck. Patters, I'm running a Legacy deck right now. Proof is in the pudding. Hello, Raiders! Hellstorm Wargaming. A fellow Brit. But he's from the north, so it's not quite... It's not the same, is it? It's not the same. No. Northerners...
A different world, let's be fair.
Do they count? Hello, everybody. You probably come from talking about Warhammer. And I did talk about Warhammer for the first half an hour of the stream. I was talking about 3D printing. I was talking about D&D models as well. As a D&D model from WizKids. Fuck off, Vinny, says Patters. Shut up, Patters! North greater than South. Oh, come on, Hellstorm Wargaming. Behave. I printed this. It's my first full print on a 3D printer. And I've been kit bashing Sisters characters as well. Just doing a bit of the Warhammer for the Warhammer people just showed up. That's gonna be a preacher with the Vindictor. And this is a Smash Canoness for my Not Quite the Bloody Rose. Her sword is as big as her. And that's the only real way to use a sword, I think. Oh, my chest. Right, back to what we were doing, which was being told that Pioneer is more popular than Legacy, which makes me feel very depressed. And getting hit by a 1/1 Delver of Secrets. What I also find funny is if Warhammer people just showed up, they're like, oh, they're playing Magic, I know Magic. And they see Modo and they're like, what the fuck? Is this MS-DOS? Did MS-DOS have like a really dodgy takeaway and shit this out the next morning into the pan? Well, yes, that's how we play Magic if you want to play good formats. Delver of Secrets number 2. So if they flip it next turn, blind, we are in trouble. Can we draw... Don't think we play that many lands, honestly. Pass turn again.
I think we're
in
flip. Trouble here.
Hands in the air, don't flip, you Delver bastards! Oh, fucking hell, what did it reveal?
Crumbs.
Oh, it revealed a lightning bolt.
Oh, even better.
It's like, what a portent of the future that is, right? Fucking hell. You bring Magic players into Warhammer, it's just return their favour. It's not hard right now with the way Wizards keep treating Magic players, I tell you. Right, we're on 11. I just had an 80-player Warhammer tournament last weekend. Where's that, Nanopus? I'm currently signed up for 2 competitive Warhammer events. I am not signed up for a single competitive Magic event because I don't exist right now. So that's interesting. That is 6 mana. 7, 8. Takes us to 8. Yeah, fuck it. What's the worst thing you can do? Draw another bolt? Yeah, attack through this. I dare you.
Got reach. Everyone forgets there's reach.
I hope they forget. If they draw 2 bolts in their 1 draw step, then we're fucked, Rob.
Yep.
Actually, if they draw 1 bolt in their draw step, we're fucked because they can attack and shoot us for 6. But that's not the point. I'm my inhaler. My hay fever has been so bad, Rob. It's unreal. It's been fucking ruining me. Give me colds. Fucking, I had a sinus problem the other day while I was dizzy. Fuck.
Bloody hell.
Yeah. And now my chest is going to my chest now. Steph also doesn't ever suffer from... That's my wife, for those of you that are new here. Steph doesn't suffer from hay fever. And then she cut the grass the other day because she does all the gardening. I don't dare. I haven't been in my garden for like 2 weeks because it's fucking me up so bad. She cut the lawn and then just got severe hay fever all of a sudden. And I was
Oh.
like, oh, fuck. Yeah. So we go to 6 here. If they'd drawn a second bolt, we were not destined to win this game. Have you thought about coming to Las Vegas Open for Warhammer? I have thought about it, but only marginally, because the idea of travelling to Vegas in the current club... Yeah, bolt onto it, and then light them up from hand. Cool. Fair enough. I'll take a 3 for 1 if we draw something that interacts with this aberration. Come on, Ballista! That's not a Ballista! It's okay. It's okay. We're on 6.
It seems to kill ourselves.
Yeah. The funny thing is about Warhammer is that when it comes to competitive armies as well, you have armies that travel well and armies that don't. So like ones where the models aren't spiky or too big, so you can get them into like a like a foam backpack or whatever. Where if I want to take Thousand Sons and Magnus across the Atlantic, it would destroy him. It's just funny because in Magic you don't have decks that travel well because all the decks take up the same size and are the same, right? It's such a weird difference.
It is. So what doesn't travel well then?
Know what you're doing right now?
So armies with a large model count. So if you have an army that is like
I am sorry for missing the slicer call. Forgive me. I am here now. My life is crazy right now with a new job incoming and moving house.
Welcome back, Dr. Shardfire. You are forgiven for missing the Slicer call. It was a fun one on the weekend. We played the last pub quiz. And congratulations on the new job and the moving home as well. Congrats. And thank you for the 25 months as well. That's a long old fucking time. Hawkfrost said travelling lunch is the worst. Yes. So basically any models that are fiddly and dangly and have bits hanging off them, that's going to break in transport. So that's one thing. Models with large model counts, so you have like not only your normal luggage to go to an event like a GP, but you're going to carry a fucking big army from the looks of things. And then models are just massive, armies with massive models. My current army that I was playing at comp events online was a like 4 large model army with big demons, and I might get a second Magnus Rob that is way worse painted and doesn't have all the bits attached to it, just so I can let it break in the transit and not give a shit.
This is my travel Magnus.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think we want Thorn against their deck. I don't think we want Foundry against their deck, honestly.
I think we want Foundry, no. I mean, Thorn's not that bad.
What, isn't that bad?
Thorn. Like, stick it early, it will slow them down. And also, it attracts hate, right? So it will draw in the...
Means they can't cast their counter spells so easily, I guess, as well.
Or whatever it is they play as sideboard tech against us.
Yeah, I actually don't know how much like Canvas.
Oh, no, do we... Canvas is good against Snappy, right? And that kind of stuff.
They're not playing Snappy.
Oh, okay.
It's Ragavang, Murktide, Delver, and then like cantrips, bolts, and Fort Lightnings. If this was a blue...
So close, yeah, this is so close to being good, but I don't think it is good. Like, it's two cards that we can't cast.
Turn 1 Emery again.
On them.
Yeah. Put back a Ravager.
Yes. It's not really doing much with this hand, is it?
Well, it's good with Walking Ballista. It might be better than the Thorn, potentially. Well, they're going to have Force or Bolt, so the Emery is not going to survive.
Okay. Got some things there.
There's a Ballista in the bin.
Mm-hmm. There's also a Saga in the bin if we need a land.
We can't get it back with it. It's only an enchantment land, isn't it?
So it was an artifact as well. How silly of me.
And also can't use cast as well, not play. How's the league going? We're 1-0 at the moment, but we're game down against Delver in round 2. Okay. Fuck. Yeah, fuck. Fuck.
Yeah, fuck. Pass turn.
Oh, fuck. Okay. I think that's a perfectly fine 6 to keep as well. Really do.
There is a world where that went a lot better.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good turn 2 from them. Very good last turn.
Going to our land, we're going to run the risk of being stuck.
So we have plowshares here, but they could have days.
Okay, setting up the flip.
Hopefully they reveal a days, because they put it back onto the library for this use. And then we have a window before they draw it. Nope, they reveal expressive iteration instead. I'm going to plough in my turn. Well, the thing is, if we plough in my turn, we can't cast Lord if we go to another land.
Yeah, plough now.
But if you plough on but if they have days, then it could be like a huge swing for them.
We take 3.
Yeah, I think we do. The plowshares has to resolve. They could just have force and we're fucked anyway, but I think we have to play to the better chance, right?
Know what you're doing right now?
Welcome.
The heck
Welcome back for the second month of the row, Monastery
Thanks for the
Mentor.
content.
No, thank you for supporting the content. Got hold of some sagas. This is going to be a Murktide, which is probably a better plow target. It's going to be a 5/5? A 6/6.
Yeah, let's just bin that off now.
Well,
possible.
on our turn. Oh, sweet. Okay, let's go plow this. Beep boop. Do they just have the force as well? They've cast 1 brainstorm for fuck's sake. They've cast 2 brainstorms actually. Okay. Okay. So we draw another plowshares for the Murktide. We can trade in both the Stone Core plus the Walking Blister for the Insect Elaboration. Or we can wait till next turn, hope we draw another mana. They've got a Bolt. Wow, is this matchup meant to be bad? Because it feels like every card they've cast has been strong against us. So either they're drawing very well and they're not casting cards that feel bad into us.
I think naturally they're good against us.
Or we've sideboarded badly, or they're just drawing hot, or we're drawing poorly. There's a lot of options here. I would have thorned into swords. That's not how that works. When you got 3 mana, you can't thorn into swords. Okay, that felt really, really bad. Which is weird. How maybe this deck can't be one of the better decks in the format, whilst it has a bad Delver matchup, and Delver is the best deck in the format. Because I don't know. That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I want to take into a tournament.
Definitely not. And there's nothing. The interesting thing is, there's nothing in the sideboard there that really was like, okay, this is our answer to Delver, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I thought initially that the matchup can't be that hard. But again, it might be that we just need to have a more explosive start.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
The build has no champions. You mean edge champions, Philbo? What the fuck? What? Philbo, are you memeing? I can't tell sometimes with you. Just watch your video on MTG, with Wizards lowering support for competitive play and issues getting cards for some formats. Isn't time capitalism takes over and events promote themselves as being proxy friendly and allow third-party Magic cards and sort price support themselves? Yeah, I would love that, Eclium. I would actually love it. The idea of actually playing some fucking competitive Modern and Legacy at an event with stakes because the community is taking over sounds wonderful. Yeah, sounds wonderful. Not going to argue with that. Philbo, so you're saying, are you talking about Etch Champion? What does Etch Champion do against a 3/2 flyer? What does a protection from all colours ground creature do against the 6/6 Murktide Regent?
Hello there.
Phil, this is why I think you're memeing. It doesn't sound very good. Phil, I'm trying not to shit on you if you're having a serious suggestion, but it doesn't sound hot when you say it out loud, does it? There's a lot against removal. Fair enough, that is reasonable. It wouldn't have got bolted the shit out of like every other body in our deck. Okay, we've got Foundry and Zabaz online. Thank you for the sub, Mad Larkin. Yeah, maybe it's champion against their removal will be reasonable. So then you can attack, I guess. I don't think you can play Sanctifying deck in this deck. It's double white for a start. Yeah. If this is Elves, we're probably in a good spot. Could still be some sort of Maverick thing, though.
But yeah. Also, I think Sanctifier isn't, like, the answer to the questions that we're trying to answer.
Again, yeah, it's similar to that champion thing. It doesn't die to bolt, but it definitely doesn't do much against the flyers.
Yeah, the issue that we have.
Right, I don't actually fucking remember what this does. So make a 1-1, sack a 1-1, make a 1-1
right
flyer, sack a 1-1 flyer, make a 4-4.
Impressing the heck out of me.
Okay.
Vince almost a whole damn year? Whatcha playing in the 40k League Season 2 on the Discord?
Barry, welcome back, my friend. What am I playing? I'm probably playing Sisters, Barry. There's going to be like 5 Sisters players. If someone brings an army full of flamers, we're going to get fucking ruined. Walking Blister kills this. That's a 1-for-1 trade. We just play a Nettle Cyst for a body. Yeah, because if it is Elves, then we want the Walking Blister to be bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm up for them trading. They won't trade this. All good. Is it okay to post links? No, it's not, I'm afraid. No linkies in the chats. Helps to avoid porn and other shit. Otherwise, me or someone who's got mods in space has to check every link. It's just not worth it. Okay, if we draw land, we get to kill Dryad Arbor and a Visionary and really strangle their mana.
That'll be really good. Nice. Cool. 1-for-1 is good. 2-for-2 is better. 2-for-1 rather is better.
Yes. Well, technically, they're only getting half a card because that drew a card. I am fine with them killing the Zabaz here again.
Yeah, 100%.
Because then we'll get another counter on Walking Ballista. Take it to 11, and then we're going to just go Pew, Cuthbert.
Evelyn Grub.
That's it. That's the one. Are there illegal modifications you can make to models in 40k? Yes. Some tournaments want you to be WYSIWYG, which is where you have to have what the model has on it. And some tournaments won't allow you to have third-party bits. But that's mainly going to be GW, trying to make sure people use their toys, not your own. Do you think Special Contortion as a 1 to 2 of in this deck? Yes, that is the kind of thing you're probably looking for to kill Delvers. Would be my first go. I think Special Contortion's an option. Obviously, there's Dismembers. Obviously, there's the Plowshares already. Actually, we have 4 Plowshares, so maybe you just want like a copy of Parthos too. And yes, War Pig nails it as well, like modelling for advantage, making your units taller so they can see over walls, or shorter so they can't be seen over walls, is not allowed.
Maybe I'll make a big stone coil, or start doing servo things.
I guess if we have 2 cysts, we just stick them with the Zabaz and kill them next turn, right in the air.
Mm-hmm.
That seems okay, doesn't it?
Seems very, very Affinity-y.
Seems reasonable. Let's play a 1-1 Stone Cold Serpent. Fuck it. It really so Jeremiah said it really depends on the TO. It's kind of like not proxies, although that may be the future of Magic. It's kind of like altars. Like if your altars got titties all over them, most TOs are going to say no. If your altars are too thick, they're definitely going to say no. Actually, there's nothing like altars. Altars are very clear cut actually, but yeah, it depends on the TO. Some places are more than happy to let you play that stuff.
I think we had the win there.
Oh, we had the win. Yeah, I didn't have to play this. I could just equip this, couldn't I?
Yeah, or you could just sacrifice.
Too busy answering chat's questions. Fuck.
Oh well, we gave him a turn. What's the worst? What's the worst elves can do with 1 turn?
Just fucking if they win here, we should have. Yeah, they should be dead. Thought that through a bit more. Isn't Hope We Gear Up a good addition to the toolbox for as a saga? Probably, to be fair. It's got to be worth trying at least. Oh, we won. We did not get punished. On most mods, cosmetic anyway. Yes and no. If your marine is carrying a fancy looking gun that isn't the gun they're carrying, then you're like, potentially confusing your opponent.
So if you're playing, the WYSIWYG, then you
yes, there's
things that actually
exactly. On it. So there's WYSIWYG, and there's also you don't want to confuse your opponent. So if models should be clear, it's similar to that is like altars actually, because I believe you're not meant to have altars that make a card not look like a magic card, which is a very weird rule to enforce in a world where we have cards that look at the front cover of D&D modules and metal posters now. But let's not get into that. Yeah, so you have to have your models not confuse your opponent. It's why they've just implemented their own rules around if you're playing, you can't play your Blood Angels and just say they're Ultramarines anymore at a GW tournament, because that might be misleading to your opponent. Although again, other TOs might allow it. What we're against elves, so I think we want plowshares and Grafdigger's Cage. Once again, I'm asking you to take Esper out of the deck. Canalist is gas. Zabaz is shit. Let's go. Get some water. Yeah, the altar rules you're looking at, definitely. Isn't the only altar rule that it can cover name, mana cost, and power and toughness? No, there's other rules too. There's definitely something about looking like a magic card. So if it makes the whole card look like a Yu-Gi-Oh card or something.
Know what you're doing right now? Impressive.
Oh, John! Jonty!
How many times has Vince punted today? Also, actually, 1 month shy of 3 years PogChamp.
Only once. We got 0.65 punts per hour. Punted up by Mangok. Thank you, Mangok. Thanks, John. 36 months is going to be wild. You're one of the OG followers and subs over here on Twitch. What is this PogChamp snake face? What the fuck? Right. This hand plays a turn 2 Walking Blister and nothing else. That's very slow.
It's extremely slow. And we're up against the elves, so we want something a bit more gas to it. This is
turn 1 Toon, double Retrofitter Foundry Opal. Next turn, yeah, seems fine.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on.
We might get side out early. We can't because it's blue. We haven't got blue source. We have to get things down.
Leave the Opal online. So Ancient Den, turn 1 Retrofitter Foundry.
Well, I guess we can play all that stuff and then refill with the Thoughtcaster. So.
Well, it might be best to go Ancient Den, Retrofitter Foundry, Mox Opal. Following turn, untap, play a land, play Psy, play Retrofitter Foundry. Make a 1/1. That 1/1 can be made into a 4/4. Yeah, this is good. This is good. I think, ironically, we might have to put a Thought Monitor back.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Or if we go 1, 2, 3... Yeah, no, we are. Because we want to draw Walking Blister or Grafdigger's Cage. We want to... Which I guess the card draw is good for that. So maybe... Oh, I don't know. Once upon a time... Oh, no, I forgot the Collector Oof is a problem we need to consider. I guess actually just slam. If we can play a Psy on turn 2,
stick a Psy,
then they play an Oof.
Okay.
We just make a load of 1/1s. We're fine.
Yeah. I mean, forget the fact that our Ancient Dens won't work, but we'll be fine.
Okay. Seat of the Synod.
That's good. Yeah. Let's do that. Foundry. Opal.
We could cast the other Foundry here, but we don't want to.
No, because we want to play Psy next turn.
It's 2 to make a 1/1 without flying.
Yes.
They don't just kill with Hoof anymore. They kill with this. Also, they don't play Vex Age main board anymore. Or at least they weren't a couple of weeks ago. I think it's like 4 weeks ago I was complaining about that. Wow, that is not a normal inclusion, surely. Is that like a budget concession? That's weird.
Drop elf.
Yeah,
bring you drum on a creature.
Oh, adds 1 mana of any colour, so that's something. Okay.
Deck, I suppose.
So, Ancient Tomb?
Yep. Psy.
And then we Retrofit a Foundry.
Big thing.
Oh, fuck. No, you're right, Alpha. We messed up, Rob. Because we drew this on turn 1. We shouldn't have played this. Because we could have gone this, to Psy and played this. We only played this because we're still on the game plan playing this, weren't we?
Yes.
Drawing the blue source bit, we could have had an extra Thopter.
Yep. Okay.
So does Butcher Ranger.
Add it to the punt count, please.
Yeah, someone put extra punt up. Yeah, Butcher Ranger is better than this, except for the fact that this has reach. Also, this can tap a non-elf, but that's probably not relevant in this deck. Okay, so next time we can turn this into a 4/4. Oh, we can do that now. Wow. Costs nothing to turn it into a 4/4.
Cool.
That shit's hot. So actually we'd have 2 4/4s. So missing that 1/1 was actually huge.
Okay, cool. Today we learned.
Second Allosaurus Shepherd. They play a Dryad Arbor. They fetch the Dryad Arbor. Heritage Druid. Okay, are they popping off? They appear to be a popper lopping.
Just.
Oh, this is natural order. Okay. And then do we die? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 attackers. Do we survive? I think we survive.
Ooh.
Oh. Yep, they named artifact.
Okay. Let's make do with what we've got on the board then, I guess. Don't forget to make a 4/4.
We just need to top deck of plowshares.
Yep.
Right, we're looking to top deck of plowshares. We did not. Let's sacrifice 2 artifacts to draw a card. Because without plowshares, we just lose. There's no 2 ways about it. So sacrifice a den.
Oh, then we have to cast the plowshares, don't we?
We've got an opal.
We do at the moment.
But we, yeah, you're right. Okay, cancel.
I would sack the seat.
We're gonna sack a foundry. We'll sack 2 things.
Yep.
We can't cast anything, John. We can't make any counters. Any tokens. It literally says cannot cast.
Maybe that. Both foundries? No, we need the ancient den.
There we go. We've got white floating in our pool. And we've got an opal. No, we don't anymore, actually.
No. Okay, we concede. Okay, we tried. That was fine.
Okay. So we could have paid 2 mana to make a 1/1, and then 1 mana to make a 1/1 into a flyer and block the 5/6. And that was our own. I guess that was the other option. It's just doing that for 4 turns. Taps to make a token. No. Retrofit Fighter doesn't tap to make a token. That's not what it does. It's 2 mana tap, make a 1/1 without flying. 1 mana tap, sack the 1/1 with flying to make a 1/1 without flying to make a 1/1 with flying. Tap it to make a 1/1 with flying into a 4/4 artifact creature token. So we'd have to spend 3 mana each turn, including zapping ourselves with an Ancient Tomb in that regard. Actually, no, we had an open +2 land, so we could have done it to make a 1/1 to block the Archon. Yeah, I think going to game 3 is better, and just trying to draw plowshares before we do is better, because otherwise they're just doing whatever the fuck they want, which included them having access to enough mana next turn to turn their elves into 5/5 dinosaurs because of Alara Shepherd, because they had 7 or 8 mana on board. Yeah, it wasn't good for us. So there's an Archon.
I think our sideboard is about as right as it can be, and it's just a case of,
yeah,
you know,
we actually need a Graphic
Walking
Cage or Walking Ballista. Yeah, exactly.
Simple as that, really.
This hand is pretty decent.
Yeah, okay.
Because we're double Walking Ballista.
Yep.
Need a blue source for this, but we'll draw one.
I might say.
My thoughts on Solitude. Yeah, card's pretty good. So we're just going to play the first Ballista on 1. We'll save the other blister to be on 2. And we aren't necessarily firing this off, but we will trade it 1 for 1 with, like, I don't know, a Heritage Druid or something, if they play a second one. Irish Reclaimer, we ain't killing that. So they'll have a Cradle next turn. Pat, as I haven't even started Cursed City yet. Don't mention Cursed City. Okay. Okay.
Seeing.
Do you just want to take a lot of pain to make big bodies?
Yeah, they have no reach, do they? So.
Well, except for the... Well, I guess they'll just kill us anyway, won't they? Okay, let's make...
I feel like Walking Blister number 2, I think, is better.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess if we... And then we threaten by attacking and they won't really mind, will they? Okay.
Yeah, plus now we have the mana to pump a Walking Blisters, so basically this could be our entire board, and...
So we attack here, and if they block, we can ping it once to the Walking Blister and kill it. If we don't, we can still kill it. Because we're probably going to kill it, I think. It kills their elf, doesn't get them a Gaia's Cradle. Okay, so we get in for 1 for free. And I guess just kill the Reclaimer?
Yeah. Because if they're relying on it, then happy days.
And the next time we can still pump this.
Yeah.
Okay. Guess the Cradle in hand.
Cradle tap for nothing. Okay.
So we've got another Reclaimer. Fine. Three cards in hand. Interesting. How low can you go? So we're going to play a Stone Cold Swim for 2. And we're going to kill the Allosaurus Shepherd. Allosaurus Shepherd, sorry. Fucking hell, how painful. They can nickel down us down as well as the thing. In for 2. Maybe I should have swung and not pumped. You never know. Might throw them off, right? In for 2. We've done more damage to them than they've done to us.
We're on 8.
Yeah! We've done a lot to ourselves.
Radiohead says, do it to yourself, you do.
That is my motto. Being a massive wanker. Virtual Rangers. Which is just the worst version of that other fucking thing they played, right? No, it's far better. They're just going to natural order us now. Cool. I feel like we should win this matchup quite easily. Oh no, they're going to collect at Ufas instead. Okay.
Well, it's been different.
Well, we've got Plowshares as an option, as an out still. Oh no, they're going to get a Visionary instead.
Okay.
Whoa! A roller coaster of emotion.
Wow. Okay.
Jesus. Okay. Okay. Ow. How low can we go?
Not much lower.
How low can we go? They've took their Hooths out, perhaps, Larkin. That might be why they didn't go for it. Oh, right, yeah, you're with me, you're with me. Right, let's do this. We've started down this path. I've started, so I'm going to finish.
Okay.
Follow me.
Do I just kill both the Birch Rangers and the Visionary before they untap? I think I do, right?
Yeah. Pew.
Pew. Pew.
Pew. Heritage Druid, they have access to Dryad Arbor as well, so they still have 1,000,000 mana. Means they have 3 attackers next turn. And we're on 2. We're in trouble. Okay. That helps.
Cast this.
Play the den.
Cast this. Play this, sorry. Make a blue. How much does this cost?
Right. Thank God.
Right, do not touch those fucking tombs. Oh, baby.
Nice.
Oh, baby.
Nice.
Right, I don't think we attack, because we're on 2.
Yes, that is correct.
So they get a Dryad Arbor. We are dead to Hoof, but I don't think they have Hoof in their deck. Hopefully they now natural into a what do you call it?
Archon, and then we just pew.
Yep. Sacking a Bayou.
I feel like the Archon line.
I
feel like the Archon line's worse in game 3 though, because like it's coming, so maybe you'd like it for something else.
Yeah, definitely. They got a second Dryad Arbor here.
Oh no.
It's alright. We have 3 blockers. Then we have 3 attackers.
Ooh, everything is a forest. Hooray!
Oh wow! They just gave us mana. Are they going for the swing? No, they're trying to get as many boys on board as possible. Okay, we're back in business. We've got so much mana now, Rob. It's unreal. So white, and I need to right-click this and choose green.
Yep. They just unlocked our hand.
They have. You've unleashed the trap card.
Now
we'll keep our plowshares, obviously.
100%, yeah. Another Stone Cold Serpent, which is great because Grudge is probably one of their key removal spells.
Ancient Grudge is red, though. It's not multicolored. It has a green flashback, but it's red.
No, not Ancient Grudge. What's the other thing? What's the thing I'm thinking of?
Abrupt Decay?
Abrupt Decay, thank you. Yeah.
Green black? Yeah, that's it. Or Assassin's Trophy. In for 2 in the sky! Is that silly? What if they crop rotate to another arbor? Oh, we still got plowshares and we've still got 1 life. Take that, opponent.
I mean, we got to kill them somehow. Ancient Tomb can only get them so far.
Oh my god! What a game! They don't play 3 arbors as power. You never know. They played the Steel Leaf Drum land earlier, a creature earlier.
Yeah, they realised their error and have scrapped off the Yavimaya.
They sacked the Yavimaya Cradle to get a Yavimaya Cradle. Okay. They're thinning the deck.
Cool. Surely there are better lands for them to get that don't.
Well, they're thinning their deck and growing this to a 3/4. They could get effects how much double thins, but I don't know. Maybe they think life points are important now. No attacks. Okay. We've also got an emergency button of just ploughing our own thing, by the way. Yep. Right click green. Ancient Den. Oh, we should never allow it to be the Ancient Den that's untapped in case they oof. Is this one canvas number 2? 3. Slammer Jam. Does this have reach now? No. In for 2.
We are getting
7 turn clock. Give us the opportunity to misclick. Is that a strategy, Bad Larkin? Foothills.
Wrong strat.
Oh, shit. shit the bed.
Ah.
Does it give trample? No.
Okay.
Make a load of 5/5s. Oh, that's a 7/7.
Oh, crumbs.
Oh, shit the bed. Okay. Doesn't go the Dryad Arbors, though, interestingly.
Are they all?
Because they aren't elves, yeah. So they come with a 7/7 and a 5/5?
I think we can do with that.
Yeah.
And part of me wants to double block with the Stonecoil Serpents, to be honest.
What, to kill the Heritage Druid?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we plough the Allosaurus Shepherd.
Yeah.
Put one canvas under the Claimer.
Yeah.
Do we double block?
Get rid of the Heritage Druid, I think, every day. Like, it's not an opportunity that you always get. I mean, I know they've got a million mana, but...
It does trade 3 bodies in, they have 3... Oh, they only have 2... No, they'll have 4 bodies left. 3 bodies left. Means we stop attacking.
Okay, so the alternative is that we just chump and then path. Sorry, towards the...
We have to source the Shepherd.
Yeah.
Because it puts us in a situation next turn.
Okay, swords now.
You can have 5 life, my friend. Probably should have swords when the activation was there. Change the clock. Not that we're attacking anymore. Or maybe we are.
Oh,
wait, fuck, this costs 2.
yeah, because we've not got...
Right click, green. Definitely a pun, but my luck is it sounds like it's not if we're trying to like conserve information or some shit I don't fucking know. What do we draw? A Psy Master Thopterist. Okay, so we're going to go green. Graphic Cage. No more Natural Order, no more Greenston's EF, no third Dryad Arbor! Pass the turn, no attacks.
Yep.
I'm too nervous.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Oh.
Once upon a time, don't find a can they even hoof us? So they can't. No, they can't hoof us yet. They hoof us next turn. What do they find? What do they find? A bad Birdsclaw Ranger. Interesting. Oh, they can't cast it because these from Candace. They just wasted a green mana. Cool. Did they send the 3/4 in against us? No, they don't. Almost certain I'll double block it dead as well. Okay, so we go blue, green, right click, green, Psy. Then we go white, green, Artbound Ravager. Now we're fucking cooking with some gas.
Absolutely. Right, this should get us there. Ravager onto a point, onto a flyer, kill.
So at the moment we can put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 onto a Thought Monitor. So we don't do that yet. So we're just going to get slap him with a 2/2. Fly, my bird! I wish it was a bird. No, hang on. I wish it was a Construct Elemental, so it's actually a reference to Moldrifter. Would that make it too good? Because Construct's obviously a relevant creature, but so is Elemental.
It's a lot of letters to put on that.
It wouldn't fit as well, yeah. And I also don't think it would ever see play in like an Elementals deck, right? Unless there was a whole set of Elemental artifacts later down the line.
Well, I don't know. I think like in Commander, like you've got tons of mana rocks generally. I mean, I know you wouldn't play a lot because Elementals is green based, but like there's probably enough there for duty cost, isn't it?
But I don't know if But then you just play Moldrifter.
Yeah, but this is
all the 5 mana versions.
It's just 2 more mana. It's just another Moldrifter, right? There's nothing wrong with another Moldrifter. Like playing Horde Nations, like, pretty good.
Yeah, I guess.
Pay 10 mana, draw 4 cards, play 2 bodies.
What's our opponent doing over there?
Oh.
Sure.
Going.
Untapping the Elvish Reclaim, which is absorbed. Put a land back in the hand. What did they put back in the hand? The Yavimaya. Oh, they're turning off our forests. That was clever. That was clever. Blue, sacrifice it. Put a counter on here. Cast the Mox Opal. Make a 1/1. And then... do we make a Thought Monitor a 5/5 and just 3-turn them?
What's the downside?
Less bodies on board. What would we have to sack? Ravager for 2. Thopter.
I'd rather not reduce our board, because if they go too... they could very easily go very wide and just kill us. So I would...
well, they can only cast 1 spell a turn at the moment.
True.
Oh, they have a reach blocker? Do they? Oh, in their hand. In their hand. I think I'm going to do it. So I want to end this game without them, like, clawing it back in, right? I think it's unlikely here, but also... what if they are playing Hoof? They just didn't think about it earlier with Natural Order. So sack the Ravager.
Yep.
This is where they have Croissant Grip.
Know what you're doing right now? Impressing the heck out of me.
Then we just go to combat. Attack for 6. Yeah, they put Yavimaya back in the hand to turn off Ancient Tombs. Thank you, Real Bing Skidler. Actually, I should have sacked not a Thopter, because we could have then killed the next turn with a 1/1, a 2/2, and a 6/6. Oh no, they have a Reacher in their hand. They have a Reacher in their hand. Maybe that when we cast next, maybe you're right. Maybe they can't cast that Elvish Visionary because they've already cast once per turn. Yeah, maybe it was safer to go next turn into it than they die.
Yeah, they're on 9. What does Swordsing a blocker do?
Puts our life points. If we swords this, they gain 3, which doesn't get any extra damage through. So we can get in for like 8. They'll swing back. We plow something. Just do it for 6. I think we could have. I think there's at least 2 or 3 different ways to do this quicker. So I think I have played this quite poorly. Yeah, I agree, Carcinogenics. I think that's definitely the case. Swording Reclaimers all out. Lethal. No, because Reclaimer... they only have 4 blockers. We only had 3 ground creatures. So that didn't change the math anyway. It just gave them 3 life, didn't it? The correct thing to do would have been to swing for 8 the turn before, keeping wild bodies up. Swing the following turn by sacking onto it. Or sacking the Opal onto the Thought Monitor there, not the Thopter. So on the following turn we could attack with a 6/6, a 2/2, and a 1/1 for 9. There's 2 different ways to do 6 and 9. Originally I was only trying to do 5, so my math was awful. Right. Oh, you're confusing Swords to Path. Fair enough, Anubis. Well, I'm just going to run and grab some water. I'll be right back. Feel free to talk to chat for like 30 seconds. I'll be back very, very quickly.
No problem at all. Hello, chat. How are you all doing this fine, slightly grey evening? Bit muggy evening for me. What's the weather like where you are? Tell me what the weather's like where you are. And, while you're at it, ask me anything, because that's what we like to do while Vince goes off to get water and do other things. You know, whatever he's doing. I'm very excited about his D&D models. I think they look really, really cool. Maybe you wargaming folks were here earlier. Check out the stream upload on YouTube later, because there's some very cool things going on there. It's very, very fun. Weather hot in Canada. Weather is sunny and nice. Walk my dog. Minnesota, surprisingly grey and muggy as well. Jolly good. Same grey here on the other side of the sea. Wow, it's like the same weather everywhere. We're so united. Favorite NTG card and reason? Yeah, Kiki Mirror Breaker, because it's extremely cool and one of the first rares I ever opened and just awesome. Hello, Raw. I'm having a heart attack with a cool 40C and AZ. Jolly good. 110 degrees in southern Utah. Fucking hell, I would melt. Dying. Got kicked out of work because of 105 Fahrenheit in Seattle. I presume that's very hot. Fahrenheit is eludes me. Lovely day. Jolly good. Got my graded unit grade A, which is yay. Had to do my universal credit to survive the summer months, which is very not yay. Oh, bit of a mix and match. Can you kill Toma first in D&D, please? No. No. Maybe. We'll see. Do you ever play Legacy? Yes, I play Burn in Legacy in paper, and I am not very good, but I'm game for it. Very, very game for it. Supposedly something in California going for 6 months of fire. 73. Yeah, I saw there's drought and things happening in that kind of area of the world. It seems very tragic and scary. What are you going to get Vince to print for you? That's a good question. The only thing I'm going in my head is like, don't say his penis, don't say his penis, don't say his penis. But
if I print you something, Rob, then you've got to paint it. that's the deal.
Well,
Mind flare, Rob.
Well, I might need an Orcus at some point.
Oh yeah, okay. That sounds sweet. I can hook you up with that.
I think, yeah. I think that's.
Is there an official WizKids Orcus?
I don't know, because he was the big bad for 4th edition. I imagine there must be one somewhere.
Have you seen the official WizKids Mind Flayer bust that you can have on your wall? Have you seen that?
I have not, but I kind of want it.
Hang on, let me show you. I'll get open image, new tab. Where are we? No, not. Oh, come on. Yeah, so they've got a few. They've got this. Hang on. Are we
So cool.
Okay. Yes, there's this. There's a few others as well. I really want to do some magic ones. Because I think that's good for like an office or show space, right?
Yeah,
like, I wouldn't want that in my bedroom.
I can see that on my Zoom calls for work. Like, I think that'd be a nice centerpiece for people to talk about. Like,
yeah, exactly. Or like in a set dressing effect. Because they got the hand of Vecna and stuff like that. And I really want them to start doing magic ones. Like, imagine you get a lotus petal in a glass jar.
That's
so
rad.
cool.
Yeah, or like, you know, your Ravnica guilds, you know, symbols, and that kind of stuff. That's like hotcakes.
Yeah, exactly. I'm more excited for like an actual Chance of the Void or like you know actual physical items in the game world.
Yeah,
they do a literal hand of Vecna. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
Oh god, Rob, there's so many cool things. Hand of Vecna. My local store's got one, and even Steph was like, "That's quite cool," because it comes in a glass like thing. Hang on, WizKids hand. Or was it Eye of Vecna? Hand of someone else.
No, his hand and eye are separate magical items. So.
Well, not in this selection, they're not, Rob. Let me grab this. Check this out. Look at that. It's cool, isn't it?
That's bizarrely awesome. It's like a really morbid snow globe. I love it.
And that's actual like proper glass, and that's proper fabric. So it's like it's literally like a thing that a weird like bazaar would have, right?
Yeah, something you'd see in like like on the shelf, like in the background of some scene somewhere.
Yeah, so I want them to do magic ones. I want a singular lotus petal or a black lotus. That'd be an amazing one. Or any of the Moxen.
Everything they did Kaldesh masterpieces of. Like, surely that is like...
yeah. Oh, imagine an ornithopter, an ornate, like, gold filigree ornithopter in a glass case. Because that's like, that hand thing is like 150 quid. So these are like premium items. So they can go all out on like how intricate and shit they can do them.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, it's a lot of options like that. And then the other, before we get on with our game, let me just keep our hand because we're being rude to our opponent. Nope. Yeah, this looks fine. Yeah. Without further inspection, it seems okay.
No white. Okay.
And I will show you one more thing, Rob, on my journeys I just found. Stuff like you can print these. Oh, this is a bit over the top, but and we'll look for Orcus in a minute. Look at that.
Well, that is a
Mind Flayer bust.
That's a buff Mind Flayer.
He is hench. That's like a Mind Flayer wrestler. And there's loads of things.
Lucha wrestler eating noodles. Look at that.
This is literally like the WWE but for illithids, right? Look at this one though as well. I do want to paint a bust because busts have larger spaces. You have to have better control of tone and stuff via like shading and things. But it's cool, right? Like yeah. But we'll look at Orcuses after this round. We'll see if there's any Orcuses floating about. Right, chat. Let's keep this. Let's put back the Esper Sentinel.
Yeah, because it's hard to cast.
We can cast it on turn 3. Yeah, whatever. So we can go Ancient Tomb into a 1-mana Walking Ballista to get our artifact count up, I guess. Yeah, Dr. Dapper Panda, what I want to do is churn through my Sisters and my Thousand Suns. And at that point, I can relax a little bit because I've got all these armies then. And I'll buy the occasional model, right? The only thing that might...
between now and when you finish that something else doesn't catch your eye.
The thing is, Orcs come out next month, and I fucking love Orcs, and I own none of them.
I love Orcs. Like, if I was going to do anything...
That's an insane project, though, because it'll be like... Sure. It'll be like 120 troops, all the vehicles and stuff. So I think I might just do, with my Orcs, when I eventually get around to doing it, it might be completely, like, scratch-built, 3D printed weird shit. Like, I'm going to 3D print a Ferrari and just have Orcs driving it, because they get dragsters. I want to get a DeLorean and do that. I will go wild with that.
Yes.
But then... Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's some great tyranny.
Hey, fucking what's the vehicle in the Magic card, the hot rod thing?
Oh, Fleet Wheel Cruiser.
Yeah,
the one that was just to kill Jaces and stuff.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Canonist.
Yeah, just in case.
So they wastelanded us. So they're probably Delver, D&T, or Maverick. So they can go next turn land Vial. So yeah. So Orcs scratch me up, but then Nids as well and Eldar are both things that as a kid I loved and never got to have. So I got to build them eventually. Full Orc Troop is not good at the moment. Warpig. Firstly, you're wrong. Sorry, my friend. The Orc lists that have done okay at tournaments have been 120 boy lists. Secondly, Orc Troops, the Orc boys are going up to a toughness 5, which might completely shift the meta game because it means that like strength 4 guns are bad, which is just all bolt guns. Okay. And thirdly, we have no idea because there's new codex coming. Did they announce the date for the Beast Snagger box? They have not. I need to stop thinking about it because I kind of want it, and I've got... It's just hobby lag at the moment. I'm trying to catch up. It's giving me anxiety. I'm so far behind with stuff. But anyway, I want to get on top of it so then I can just like print leisure pieces. Like the things I'm 3D printing at the moment are just leisure pieces, really. Like they're just things that I think will be really fun to get painted and use as proxies now and again and stuff. Okay. So, that's a Delver of Secrets. We can make an Outbound Ravager, put a counter on it, sack some stuff to it, put the counters on Ballista, kill the Delver. Problem is there are days. We can't play around a days, so I guess we just have to go for it. We can play around a days, sorry, but it involves playing Opal, sacking the old one, but I want to sack it to the Ravager. So the question is, do you play around days or go for the higher value line?
Days.
Play around days, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
No.
Make them have it. I'm not sure if that's the right thing to do at all. Force of Will this time. Okay, so we just kill the Delver here, right?
Yep. Nap it off.
So they pitched a force to a force. We don't get to keep our Ballista around by sacking our Heartbound. And then we just get in for 2. Spilled paint all over my hands now. I have turquoise hands. Patters, what are you painting? I thought you were getting into Grey Knights. You're actually painting some decent things. One day I finish Arrowman and have 1 complete army. Oh, I got to finish Arrowman. I won't go into it. I got too much to fucking finish. But having a complete army, oh fuck, having a complete army is so satisfying. It's unreal. Right, off that land off top. Oh baby, 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 baby! Don't daze me, baby. Don't daze me, bruh. Oh fucking Delver. Honestly. Fucking Delver. Why aren't we playing Prison or D&T into all this fucking Delver?
Because today we're playing with a card that is not easy to get.
This deck is actually really cool. And I was thinking when I was looking at this, I could, if Paper Legacy events ever existed again, this is one of the big questions, right? When the GPs come back, if they come back, will they have Legacy Stud events, so on and so on. I would build this. Especially if Elder Saga's price eventually went down by being a reprinted or whatever. Because I have the majority of the rest of it. But, because it's a cool deck, it's fun. But playing it into Delver over and over, where Delver feels pretty rough, doesn't feel so good. It's maybe a different meta game, or a slightly different build, I guess, is another option. Emery seems good here for grinding out value. Yeah. So next turn we can play and we can, if we have a mana source, we can play a One Wizard for 2. What we've really need in our bin here is a Stonecoil Serpent, didn't we?
That would have been ideal. Okay, well.
Maybe we draw a sign and we can start making Thopters. Oh no, it's a monkey. Which I guess we just throw Emery under. What's the worst? To get a treasure on one of our cards? I think Emery's too valuable. And they get a Saga. Can they play lands? You got a Wasteland. Cast. They can't cast the Saga. That's dashed. Untap. Draw planes. Cool, 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 cool. Play a Ballista for 1. Or play a Ravager. You can play a Nettle Cyst as... But that has to be a 1, 2, 3, 4. They're on 11, we get in for 2. They have another monkey coming, don't they? Let's go Ballista. Ballista can kill the monkey. And it can be a threat with Archipel Ravager in the bin as well.
Makes sense.
So we can stack everything onto it, slap them, and then shoot them to death, can't we? So there's a few options. In for 2 with Candace, taking them to 9. If they have Bolt, we're dead. No, they just kill the Walking Ballista and get in with the monkey and the Murktide Regent. That monkey's hit me exactly once, and so far in my Magic career, and I always know it's broken. But how the fuck did they miss that? Like, this pays for its next activation. It's flavourful. But fucking hell. I guess they wouldn't have played it in Legacy. I guess when everyone's spells cost 5, it's not so bad.
I guess so.
Arena-only Uro has been leaked or revealed. Are they doing more arena-only cards and there's an Uro? That is fucking stupid.
Of all the cards.
It'll come into my timeline eventually. I'm going to go looking for it. Apparently it's thinking. Just an event on arena. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. In 4, so we're dead next turn.
Yep, we are.
But although I think they are close to dead. 2, 3, 4. Ah, okay, that changes that.
Yep. You were dead. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. No. Okay. Delver. What a problem. What a problem.
Yeah.
Those in, Sentinels out. Same as last time.
Sentinel's actually quite good. It's got a lot of, they got a lot of like 8 to 12 cantrips, like 4 bolts and shit. Sentinel might actually just draw us cards. I wonder if it's better than Canonist. Yeah. It's just draw a card, gain 3 life. Shake my damn head. Should have been white. Okay.
Yeah. There's a world where this works.
Don't think it does enough. It's too much mana.
Yeah, but every one of those artifacts makes a really big Nettle Cyst.
Yeah, maybe we bolt proof. We can make the Nettle Cyst bolt proof.
Yeah, and then
maybe we can.
Yeah, it's just a Tarmogoyf for that stage, and then we just stomp over people.
A Tarmogoyf that other Tarmogoyfs can carry.
Exactly.
I'm not going to play the Opal out in case we get Force of Vigor randomly, because they're green, red and blue, and they've hidden it somehow. Okay.
Interesting.
I wish that was a seep.
Yep.
So we'll play this now. It'll be a 3-3.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll kill it, won't they?
Well, no, we can play a Mox Opal.
Oh yeah, cost.
Make it a 4-4. Yeah, everybody's
Instead of holding it for the side, but we can't get our blue source.
No.
Nettle Sentinel.
In fact, that is our blue source.
Yes. We can also pay through days here. So they're going to brainstorm. Actually, this interestingly, weird interaction. This Tarmogoyf dies to Spell Pierce. Not that anyone plays it anymore, but that is an interesting point, right?
Yes.
If this is a Spell Pierce, fuck me. I will feel absolutely wrecked. Like,
No way. There's no way it's Spell Pierce.
I assume this is a brainstorm looking for like force or force action. No? Okay.
Oh, incoming. Poorly calculated.
So they could bolt this, untap, bolt this, I think, is what they're going to try and do.
Okay.
So maybe we should have held off to make it bigger. I guess we can still stick it to a Thopter later down the line.
Yeah.
They didn't bolt the Walking Ballistas, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. What does it mean?
They play a Wasteland. They play... No Rod. That's fine.
Yep.
Because we're going to have a fucking big old sentinel-y boy, girl. Oh, no, we're not. We can't play Psy. Still can't play Psy. Okay, let's hope this is enough then.
Yeah.
Should have
Sometimes
disenchant him.
it is.
Good to learn. It makes sense that, like, with this deck being a thing now that Delver's back on the Null Rod and the sideboard plan. Yeah, so Disenchant is a card we can bring in. It's just a card that unfortunately doesn't do a lot if they don't draw the Null Rod. This can't be a Murktide Regent yet, can it? Don't abrade me, bruh.
Oh man, meltdown.
Yeah, I heard that was a new tech. Someone said that earlier in a YouTube comment. Okay. Let's hope the 5 cards in their hand aren't good. I mean, this is Legacy Delver we're talking about, so it's unlikely, but you never know. So they're playing tech to beat this deck. This deck must have a reason matchup against Delver for them to like have like Null Rod and Meltdown in their sideboard, right?
Yeah, that is true. But for the life of me, I cannot see how we are supposed to
Yeah, I don't think we're approaching it very well. That's one thing that's happening.
Okay, it's not bad.
No, it doesn't do anything. We got a 1/1.
Threat that wears.
I guess they are on 9 life. You never know.
Yeah. Nickel and diamond. Nickel and diamond.
Well, no, they're going to Ragnavan us next turn, Rob, which gains them a Lotus Petal and a card. And they had days. So, yeah. Post-board, that feels absolutely unwinnable. Pre-board, maybe we're meant to win? I don't know. If you play a third Delver deck, then it's safe to say the format is currently hot garbage.
That's fair.
I guess you still play a deck that preys on it. Like Maverick or some versions of D&T or arguably Prism. Hello, Legacy Council. We're having fun playing against the fucking monkey. Love to play first. I mean, imagine if we were a Chalice version of this deck. That'd be pretty good against Delver, surely.
Yeah, entirely different.
Okay. This is fine.
Yeah.
This is fine. Do we put Emery back or do we put Nettle Cyst or Thought Monitor?
I think...
Emery?
Yeah.
This is where they go like bolt, bolt, bolt. And we're like, oh, I wish I had an Emery. I wonder if these events on Arena where they change how cards are will lead to them actually bartering physical cards with like lots of text. Because I mean, we've had it before, right? The creature update has given creatures more text before, you know? Could happen.
I don't think it's going to get to the stage because you've got to think of the logistics of how that's like really going to work. And...
I mean, it happens. Look at any. So again, like Warhammer and tabletop games, right? There's no inherent rules written or anything. Hell, you can have your codex with you and it could be wrong because of the errata that. Well, at least Warhammer's gone towards. I can't really comment on Bolt Action or Napoleonics or whatever, or Infinity or anything like that. And it is a problem. It causes rules bloat way more than Magic has at the moment. But at the same time, stops them banning everything.
Yeah, true. And it doesn't invalidate. Well, I mean, to an extent, it invalidates cards you already own, but that's the other issue. Is
yeah, that's the thing, right? You could say, oh, at least they're not banning the cards I've owned or the decks I've built into. But when they errata your Oko to be complete dog shit, they might as well have banned it. It's the same thing, right?
That's true. And when they do things like, you know, bring in all the sideboard hate for Affinity so that it exists in the world, and then now you're just like, well, playing Affinity just is not good because there are too many answers to it. So effectively your deck is neutered.
Well, the most recent example of that is Plague Engineer turning decks from tier 1 to obscurity.
There you go. Yeah, that's a great example. Yeah, like Merfolk. Yeah, Merfolk used to be a thing and now it's not. Like, not because things were banned.
Well, apparently it's a lot better now because that God thing is so fucking pushed. But yeah, I heard a really interesting example. Was that like with Warhammer, what used to happen was, what used to happen was, there was no errata, there was no FAQ. Books came out, and then that was your book. And because of the release schedule, it would be like, you're not going to get another book for 4 years for your army or whatever, or 6 years in some cases. So that's just what you're playing with during like 5th and 6th or 7th or whatever. Only in the last couple of editions have they turned into this more regular, we want to be a competitive game, we've got online functionality in terms of FAQs, and they're in the 21st century, right? So I was listening to a podcast the other day. I think I was listening to A Forge of the Narrative, and they were saying how people rushed out to buy, there's these birds in 7th edition that were like pointed so low that it was obviously an error, but because nothing ever gets updated, they're like, oh, they're pointed so low, so now I can buy 300 of this bird model and play a flock of 300 birds. That is absurd, it's fun, it's silly, and it's quite powerful, right? So people rushed out, bought them, and painted them. And around 7th was when Warhammer started to change. They're like, oh, we're going to update points every, like, half a year or whatever with this chapter approved. So people rushed out, bought them. By the time they built them and painted them, the chapter approved came out. They got pointed back to, like, from 5 points to, like, 50. And suddenly, I think it was an Australian thing this guy was talking about. Like, all these local Aussie players owned all these birds they couldn't play with. But nowadays, Warhammer players know that's not the case. Warhammer players know that the Drukhari bikes got pointed at 10 instead of 20, so you could play an absurd number of these bikes in these squads. But no one bothered because they knew it had changed in a month's time. But yeah, it's the same thing, right? It's the same thing. Like, your Oko getting banned is the same as your Oko being, like, I guess you could errata it so it's not to oblivion. But, yeah. We cannot cast this because 7 minus 4 is not 2. Quick maths.
Quick maps. And our little nesty things are 3.
Yeah, do you know what? There's a couple of things I hate in Magic, right? It's drawing all your 3-drops when you've only got 2 mana. That's the first one, okay? The second one is just playing against control on stream or in a video. If I'm just sitting here with music on, quietly to myself, playing against control, not a problem. Now, where I've got to fill air and the game might go on for 60 minutes, just makes me want to shit in my own eyes. I really don't like it. So they've got Plowshares plus you know, we can go to the next game because this has gone horribly wrong already and it's against control. So Mox over next turn, they kill both of these, play this, play a Nettlesis, that's a 3-3. Yeah, we could have had a game, maybe.
Our time is more valuable. Amethyst, yeah, Thorn's definitely in.
I don't know if Thorn's...
Sentinel's particularly good here, I think.
Well, they're going to be casting multiple spells, so I think Sentinel's okay. I think it's better than Canonist. Canonist is turn off snappy, though.
They're counting multiple spells per turn, so Canonist sure is great.
But yeah, so the weird thing is these are counterintuitive, right? Because this is actually more of a tax than a card draw. Because they want to... Well, they can even let you draw a card, which is normally categorically the incorrect thing to do, or they pay a tax. If they pay the tax, they're probably not casting a second spell. Well, this just says they can't cast a second spell, so they might as well pay the tax. So these cards don't really work together very well.
No, they don't. Today we learned. So what do we want to do? Like, we need to keep up the card advantage, I think. So I think that's why I think the Sentinel was better.
Yeah, Sentinel's way better, because if they verdict us, we want to be drawing cards as opposed to this. Cage is fine versus Snappy, as is Surgical. Cage is probably better than Surgical because it ups our artifact count.
Yes.
Emery's good at grinding, Sire's good at grinding. Nautilus's is a threat. Ravager's 2 all in, I think, so we're going to cut 1 Ravager. Maybe got 2 Ravagers for Surgical and go with that.
No, for Surgical it's better than
Disenchant for Null Rod. Oh, don't tell me Blue White's playing Null Rod as well.
It's close, but no.
Well, no, we got two of these plus this. We can play 5 cards in turn 1. 4 cards in turn 1. 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. 1 time no force of will. You wouldn't force a blind Mox Opal like this, right? Nah. Doop. Doop. What a hand. What a hand. Look at that. Way. We're Affinity now, kids.
Okay. What do you say to that?
I hope they just cast a pond and we draw a card off it. That would be peak. That would be the heights of human creativity. Definitely not Pikachu. So you're saying a horror story scenario is that they're testing like in paper errata, and they give you alter sleeves at events to cover the errata. So first of all, I think that's actually an incredible solution. That'd be amazing. Second of all, they won't give you alter sleeves because that would cost the company money. Thirdly, that'd be costing them money at organised play, which is something they've categorically gone against putting money into for the last like year and a half. So it's just not going to happen. But that's like a dream scenario where Wizards are like, we will alter your cards via internal sleeves. Like, yeah, that's not going to happen. This is an insect, not a construct. Oh, it's servos that this sacks. Oh, their turn 1 player was a Mishra's Bauble, so they can pay. What are the fucking chances, Rob? Do you know these are like $50 on Modo or something stupid? They're insane. Yeah, the Alter Sleeves will come in a fucking secret layout supplemental product. Reed 91's got it. Honestly, I don't even know if writing cards at this point matters to me. I don't know if it's because Magic's such a weird space that I don't give a fuck about any of this stuff. Maybe it's that. There you go. What was it?
Standard. That's the thing.
55 ticks. Fucking hell. So this currently costs 3, which we can cast. Obviously, that makes this free. And they appear to be some sort of snappy-based control deck. So I doubt they're going to be playing Days. That's they're playing Baubles, so I don't know which way is up anymore. Jafar, how extensive are these erratas? Because I think Magic already has this. Companion, creature type changes. In for 2.
For 2.
We've had a strong start, but we aren't doing much damage. Maybe I should just be activating these at the first chance I get.
Potentially, but they only work with like specific types of things. So you have to like start from the beginning.
Yeah, you have to pay 2 mana to start the process, then 1, then 0. They have 2 mana up. And we can play a Thorn and then just start churning shit out. That seems pretty good. I think we cast a Thought Monitor first. Cool. We're a turn away from a verdict, right? But the Thorn slows that down. Thorn. Rainstorm. Are you going to pay the 1? Oh, they are going to pay the 1! Oh.
So much respect.
Right, so we're going to have a Thorn in play that makes everything cost more, and they have to pay 1 per spell to not let us draw a card. That's pretty sick. Companion was technically a rules change, not an errata. It's just that the rules no longer match what's on the card. We don't errata cards or something. But if the rules don't... That's literally an errata. No matter how much you want to like argue semantics, right? Oh shit, son.
Nice. Very nice.
Okay, 2 for 1. I'll take it. In for a penny. In for a pound.
Biff.
Next time we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If we sack into the Ravager, not good enough. Monastery fucking Mentor. Okay. So...
Three things. I think keep those 3 cards in hand for when they inevitably wipe the board.
Yeah, it's definitely an option.
That would be my suggestion.
Yeah, we've got Retrofit Founders. We don't have to commit anything else to
exactly, we've basically won. We can give the thing flying.
I mean, they just played a Mentor, Rob. Yeah, mate, hopefully. Let's get in for 5. Yeah. Next time we can, like, arc bound onto Rob, then I'll be able to play spells and take him to 7.
Yep.
Cool. So we can make a 1/1, turn it into a 1/1 flyer, then turn it into a 4/4 the following turn. Hang on. Chat, I will read chat in a moment. There's a lot going on. I'm going to focus on the game for a second. Right, are you paying the 2? Nope. They didn't pay. And they didn't pay. Nice. Oh, baby!
Okay, cool. We got the same number of cards in hand as you do. Oh, that brainstorm.
Got more. They only got 4.
They go to 6. Ponder. Prowess. Make a thing. They're creeping along.
So they're looking for a removal spell at least, right? To keep themselves alive next turn.
I'm looking for a thingy, aren't they? The board wipe. Miracles play.
Supreme Verdict or Terminus, yeah, potentially. I mean, a removal spell just allows them to survive into the next turn. Yeah, Mangort's got a point. They just made all the infect creatures into Phyrexians. Did you know that, Rob? So Glistener Elf and what's the blue one? Blighted Agent are both Phyrexians now.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a pretty stealth way of fucking over infect, right? That's so funny. I mean, aren't they both elves anyway? It's only because it's actually the same creature type as
Blighted Agent, I believe they're human, despite the fact it's got a beak face.
Oh. Aren't all Phyrexians not actually Phyrexians, aren't they? All the native race with loads of pipes?
Yeah, basically, yeah, they're all... Most of the Phyrexian things are
and
like
Nexus,
repurposed, like, actual things.
Okay, so they weren't both elves. There was human, elf, and then Inkmoth. But is the Nexus now an Inkmoth Phyrexian? Right, we're going to activate Retrofit Founder in the end step. Make a servo. This has them dead on board. But if you play the Ravager, we can actually fuck with them because they have to then fire from removal. We get white servo. So you have 6 parent offers on board. Untap. Do we reckon I got 2 removal spells? That's the question, I guess. So sit the Synod.
Play a Thorn and then call that a point, don't we?
I think so. So we go Ravager or Thorn first?
Thorn first.
Yeah, because they're likely to counter with Thorn. Well, they kind of have to counter.
Yeah, they're going to have to if they've got then a removal spell.
Well, no, what they do now is they fire the removal now, I guess, but then we still win for the Ravager.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas if we had the Ravager, they'd let stick them like that up.
Wear my monitor. Sure. We need to draw 2 cards off this. That's a lot of card draw.
Seems good. Esper Sentinel is very good. In the right matchup.
Yeah. Ravager. So now we can kill you. Yeah, cool. Okay. Good shit.
Very nice. Okay, cool. So that's what we want to be doing more of, please.
I think that's the best game we've had, isn't it? For how wild it was. I'm going back to chat then, what people were saying. So scrolling back up.
Talking about Phyrexians.
No, prior to that, we're talking about like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Errata and stuff. So, Mad Larkin said, I played Magic 2005 2 years ago, watched every Channel Fireball video, etc. But I just don't feel it anymore. Warhammer has me hooked. Couldn't care less about all the MPL stuff. So, yes, weird. I still love Magic. I still love these formats. I don't give a fuck about the MPL. I haven't for a long... I'm annoyed that Wizards are so uncaring themselves to even like somehow push away in franchise players like myself from that sort of thing. Companions technically a rule change, yeah. Don't know the idea of errata in cards on the whole, but in situations like the card Oko where it obviously didn't do enough testing, there might be some space to have targeted about like fixed redeem cards, commit them disabled from a financial point. I don't know. Like I said, if you fix them enough, they become unplayable potentially. Because you can go the other way, right? Then we have back, up and down, up and down. It also allows the market manipulation even more as well. I mean, this is tinfoil hat territory, but Wizards can then be like, oh, we need Oko not to be worth money. Or they can bring it down by errata-ing it, then errata it back up a little bit, and you get that sort of stuff going on, so fuck that. Because it's a secondary market, it makes erratas really complicated. Where with Warhammer, as the example, there is no secondary market as such. Everything just costs kind of what it costs. Nothing is like, unless it's out of stock, I guess, arguably. But yeah, I mean, I don't have much of a problem with the erratas. Trust us, Yu-Gi-Oh! Change the actual functionality of cards as well as tweaking mechanics. What they do is reprint the card immediately and then instruct players to use the newest printing as the text for all prior printing. But Magic does that as well, Jafar. That's no different. We have that all the time. We have the current... Look at Sylvan Library has activated abilities written on some of the old versions. It doesn't have that anymore. We have creatures that have types... Like Goblin Chirurgeon came up in the Pub Quiz shit show and people didn't realize it was a shaman. Because that's not written. It's written on the latest Modo one, but it hasn't had a reprint with that in paper. Because the Great Creature Update did that. We just talked about that with the Infect creatures. And same with Companion now, too. We are kind of in that world with Magic now. Am I going to keep this? Yeah. Urza Saga's pretty good. What does this do? It's got Thought Monitor on Urza Saga. I can't lose. Nasanol says, thanks for your PleasantKenobi. I have 2,000 points of Necron army with a strong desire to buy a G-Silico army. I didn't have enough hobbies that devoured my wage. Yes! Spend all your money on things that bring you joy. No, not all your money. You should probably eat as well. Maybe it's time to start sideboarding Finn into legacy lists and non-Phyrexian Infect creature. There's got to be a few others, right? There's a handful of Infect creatures, wasn't there? Never watched the MPL because I usually didn't know when it was on. Look. The MPL was boring formats, presented poorly, with no marketing. Or the marketing was... The dollars were... I wouldn't be surprised, right? I don't have any figures for this, and this is conspiracy theory shit too. No, I say conspiracy. It's just absolute conjecture. But, face count. I wouldn't be surprised if there was quite a sizable marketing budget for it, because there were adverts that floated around. But they were targeted wrong. I wouldn't be surprised if whoever was in charge of marketing the MPL to hobbyists spent that money on Facebook ads directed at people that were not enfranchised and didn't give a fuck about pro play. Because Magic has had a focus of trying to get everyone outside the game in. It doesn't need retention if, A, the people you retain naturally are the whales, and B, you have a high turnover on Arena and other stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if some executive or some fucking advertising company that were employed who know nothing about Magic absolutely misfired that marketing for 2 years. That would not surprise me. Right. Off my soapbox, Rob. Let's fucking go. Mishra's fucking bauble. This needs to be errated so when you crack it, it does 5 damage to you. Yeah, that's my fucking hot take. I'm not going straight into Urza Saga here, chat, because I don't want them to block my own land with a wear tear. That is my reason. Like Riot advertises their OP in the client and gives you rewards for watching. Exactly that. Okay, their prismatic ending, which would have hit my Saga, wouldn't it? Oh, it's non-land, actually. We good, we good. Thorn resolved. Three lands from FGC, our opponent. Cool, 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 cool. Non-creatures cost 1 more. Which is only the Nettle Cyst. This currently casts for 4.
Instantly counted.
So we're going to go Saga, obviously. And I guess we cast Sai?
Yeah, I think so.
Because the more things we have to grind out the game, the more likely we are to win. And Sire is a grinding engine. Thought Monitor is grease for that engine. Saga is grease for that engine. If you somehow give a creature Infect, Triumph of the Hordes, does it temporarily become Phyrexian? No, definitely not Pikachu. Although I can see your logic. If every creature that has Infect is now a Phyrexian for some reason.
I guess that is flavour, that is.
Parter of the Veils. Ooh. Oh, they're going to be playing some sort of wheel.
Oh, no.
Well, they may not be, to be fair, but at the moment we're playing Days Undoing. I've seen that as the non-LED version. Wear Tear
Reveal.
is very good against us.
Yes.
So we're going to uptick our Saga.
Get as much out of it as we can while we can.
So, okay. This currently costs 4. So if we cast a Walking Blister for 1, it makes 2 more artifacts. That costs 2. And then Thought Monitor might draw us into a land.
Hard to do because of what's the jobs?
What's that?
We don't draw because of thingy.
Oh, we don't draw because of thingy. You're right. Yeah. Good point.
Oh, why don't we just try and kill it? So play a big Walking Blister, swing with side. Because if we know they're going to win, if they're going to Days Undoing, then we need.
Well, they might not Days Undoing. It's just it's a thing they could have access to. They're going to blow up the Thorn with the Wear Tear, aren't they? So Side plus the Walking Blister does kill Narset and turn on both Thought Monitors in our hand. That's pretty good. If you make a Construct, they kill the Construct.
They could Wear Tear, fuse it, and kill as a Saga and the Thorn. We have to be aware of that as well.
Yeah, they can't they? Because that costs them 4 mana. I think we kill the Narset because it takes another card.
I would like to kill the Narset because we've got 2 bloody Thought Monitors in hand that are currently overcosted Windrakes at this point.
Well, actually, they're 1 blue mana Windrakes, but that's not the point. That's undercosted. Isn't that funny that in the original set, like that was kind of probably what? Well, actually, yeah, that's probably what they would have done with Affinity, right?
Yeah. Just gilded Drakes without the downside.
Attack Narset for 1. Down to 2, and then we're going to kill her. We could let them down tick, but I want to gain card advantage wherever I can. The worst thing is if they untap now and just play another Narset.
Yeah, that would be bloody awful. But like, if they were to untap and do Days Undoing, that would be even worse.
Yeah, again, that's not necessarily what they're doing, but they could be. Just put Narset to 1? No, because then if Narset's on 1, we've got Thought Monitors to deal with. We can't cast our Thought Monitors. We can cast them, but we don't draw the cards. You could have just left it on 1. No, Mad Larkin. If you leave it on 1, we can't draw cards. That's 4 cards we cannot draw.
Yeah. Oh, that's real bad. So Wear Tear, play the Sanctuary, get the Wear Tear back.
Yep, so Wear Tear's on top of the library, okay. So we don't play this turn, because that allows them to Wear Tear it again.
Yeah.
This currently costs
3,
4.
Right. Oh well, we'll play Assist.
Yeah.
It makes the Thopter, which is cool. And we can get him for 2, which is fine.
Wait, Ballista reduces the cost of Monitor. You cast it with the reduction. Hold priority. Penalise it for 1. Kill. Or end of their turn. Just thinking of tempting them into a wheel so it costs less than... Look, we don't even know if they've got a wheel. I was saying on the... don't worry, chat. Don't worry. They probably don't have a wheel. I was just saying that was the last thing I'd seen in a non-LED deck with Narset. But that, again, I think that might have been the modern deck that I played against in like a stream last 2 or 3 weeks ago or not. So don't worry. They may not be playing any wheels. They might be playing Narset because Narset is quite good. But yeah, I don't think we need to deliberate too much on the previous line either. So we cast this. If they counter this, that's quite sad. They're going to Wear Tear and either block the Sea at the center. Probably the Mox Opal, actually.
I mean, now we have 2 Thopters. Yeah. If we didn't, then there's no argument to block the Sea, right?
Okay. We don't play Saga because they can merge.
Yep. Fuse.
No, I'm with you, Castgenix. I'm not saying what you're doing is bad, but I also can't like read both of your back and forths and think them all through right now. We need to like play through the game.
Win this game.
But you're not wrong for what you're doing. Don't worry. I'm not annoyed or anything. They cast a Brainstorm. Oh, my balls are sweaty. I fucking hate Mystical Sanctuary. Mystic Sanctuary even. Mystical Sanctuary is the Jeskai Triland, isn't it? Mystic Sanctuary. Is that actually the Jeskai land? Mystical Sanctuary. Yeah. No. No, it's not. What is the Jeskai land? The Triland from Tarkir.
Oh, from Tarkir. It's a monastery. Something monastery.
Mystical Monastery? Monastery?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Anyway, back to the original profile. I got very distracted by the fact that I thought that was what it was. This card is just fucking stupid. I hate it. I hate it so much. Can you imagine a white card getting to do anything remotely the same? And bear in mind this is colourless, I know that joke already. Like putting a fucking spell back on top of your library off of a fetchable land. But of course, don't worry. The problem is the fetch lands. They'll keep telling you this and you'll fucking drink that Kool-Aid. I don't think I used that term correctly. Fucking hell. EE for 0.
Oh.
Well.
Oh no.
That's the
thing.
one thing we did not want to happen. They got that plus wear tear. Fucking hell. Turns out casting Ponder to double brainstorm is good.
Yep.
They haven't cast their wear tear either. That is something. Okay. So on the upside, they haven't cast this yet, so we get the reduction. Cheers! Big ears. I don't know if my opponent's got big ears, so I just wanted to say that. Because it's a term I haven't said in a long time. Thought Monitor. And then I guess we just cast nothing else and wait for them to pop the EE.
Well, this
Thanks, Pikachu.
Explosions.
Oh, my poor German's going to fucking predict.
I predict
My
a wear tear.
terminus. Nah, they would put wear tear in the bin. They put force negation in the bin. Interesting. Force of will. Alright, keep your card advantage. This one now costs 1 because of the other thought. We'll go again. Fucking hell.
Quite happy to try again. There we go.
Cool.
Don't play that box.
Yeah, don't play that. I assume they will
Gonna
pop.
blow it now.
Yeah, otherwise they just take 10. So they're going to use Wear Tear to kill the Nettlesis, because the Nettlesis going on Thought Monitor is going to be fucking brutal, right? Yeah, there we go. And that means we can go as a Saga, which can get us a retrofit, whatever the fuck it's called, which gives us somewhat another way to grind. Interesting game of Magic. In spite of the fact that they're playing a lot of cards that I hate, and also fucking 7,000 cantrips that gets them all the cards they need. Apart from all that, still an interesting game of Magic.
Yeah, totally. And, you know, when out of the woods, you know.
Maybe that's the good thing about things like Urza Saga and shit, and even Ragavan to a lesser extent, although Ragavan obviously pairs well with blue cards because it goes into Delver. Maybe that's why Saga is good, because it's not in Delver, and it also gives non-blue decks toys to play these kind of games. Yeah. They put Plowshares in the graveyard.
Bowdy.
Did they name it? They know it. They named Skoldentarn and then ditched to Plowshares. I want them to let us untap so we can sack some Thopters to when they blow the EE. If you know what I mean.
Okay. Seems like they're really keen on keeping us from deploying things into the EE.
Okay.
Big snake.
So we can't play Saga yet because of the Wear Tear.
Yeah, so but we can play Ancient Den, and then play.
Fucking big snake.
Wait, hang on, no. Play snake for 1, 2, 3. Play snake for 4.
Oh no, Wear Tear's gone, isn't it? They cast it on the fucking nettle. Where'd it go? Oh, it's there. So they can have Snappy Wear Tear. That could be the last card, right?
Yeah, I think do Serpent for 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we keep up the Psi activation.
Well, actually, we need to play the snake after the Engineer's Plus because it's going to be a 0. Mard Larkin is right. That's what we talked about at the very beginning of this video, this stream.
Yes.
So we can't play it into the EE. We need them to pop the EE.
Okay. Well, in that case, just to swing out and let them pop it. Like they're going to do it this turn, right?
In theory, yeah.
This turns a 2-turn clock into a. Oh, hello.
Snapcaster Plowshares. Sure. Aim it at Psi. And then we're going to sack some Thopters to draw cards before side eyes. Right? We do less to them, but they can pop the EE still anyway. Sure, draw some cards, right? Rob, you even not convinced of being too quiet?
Yes, no, I absolutely agree.
Oh, no, you didn't come through at all. You didn't come through at all.
Sorry.
So
we can do it twice here. Because we've got Mox open. Need two things here.
Yeah.
Cool. Ravage is good.
yeah, I'm fine with not blowing the explosives. We need to have card advantage. They've got 0 cards in hand now. So they have a Snapcaster Mage and an Engineering Explosives. This blows up only the Mox Opal. Yeah. The Stone Cold's obviously bad. Urza Saga next turn is good for us because the Wear Tail's gone and Snappy's gone.
Yep.
And we've got loads of card advantage. So we just play Ravager, which is also good with the EE because we can put counters for the Mox Opal onto there. We didn't hit them for the 4 or whatever, but oh fucking hell! All right.
Wow. Bloody hell!
Jeez, last in the past.
They might have not heard in a long time. Right. Ooh.
Oh baby! Right, we're just gonna hold on to that, I think.
Yeah, we sit on that for a hot minute.
So play Urza Saga.
Yep.
What even is that? That's Counterbalance. That's the card that used to be played alongside good old Sensei's Divine on top, yeah. We'll attack this, we can sack a Den and an Opal into it. So it doesn't die as a Snappy.
That's me.
Cool. Sacrifice this. Sacrifice this. Cool. They take 2, lose their blocker.
That's...
We've got Surgical to fuck with the next Snappy. The problem is that Counterbalance, like the average CMC of their deck is probably around 1.4. So they're statistically likely blind to hit a 1-drop. Or a land. Actually no, they're probably statistically likely to hit a land actually. But 1-drop being the second one, right? Because of all the Plowshares, Brainstorms and Ponders. They're going to Wear Tear my... Ravager. They just raw drew another copy of Wear Tear. That is unfortunate. Doesn't really matter here. The modular goes off either way. We have a 5/5. They're on 9. We lose the Saga because it's only got 1 ability right now. They're on a 2-turn clock. Play another 2. In for 5.
Yes. Okay, now we just... Do
we play a Snake anyway? So that next turn if they draw a removal for the Monitor, they have to kill the Monitor and pop the E not to die. And that way if we draw another Serpent, we can play it. Does that make sense? There's no reason not to at this point, I think.
Yeah, put the pressure on. Yeah, I understand.
So they're not playing Days, right? We've seen no copies of Days. And just plays a 6/6. Also, being a 6 is more likely not to like reveal Jace the Mind Sculptor. Well, they can reveal Jace the Mind Sculptor, but wouldn't do anything. Okay, so now they can pop EE to kill this, and I need 1 removal spell for this. They're popping EE here, so they can have maximum mana next turn. That suggests to me they might be playing Entreat.
Yeah.
Or some other X-Spell. They draw a Ponder. So this means that we're now open to be able to play another 0-drop next turn. Otherwise, if we just waited, which seems like the correct thing to do, we would have then had a situation where we would be a turn behind hitting them with the next 0-drop if they deal with the Thought Monitor. The Ponder has a good chance of hitting something here. Obviously, let's see if they shuffle.
It does. Also, by not deploying the Snake here, it gives them the opportunity to ponder with the knowledge like ahead of time. So,
what do you mean?
Like if we give them more options if we don't deploy the threat, like when they're doing pondering and predicting and things like that.
Okay, so they didn't shuffle off Ponder. They knew Predict was on top with another card. So they're going to name the other card, get rid of it, then draw 2 cards. Being 1 card they know about and 1 card they don't know about.
GC.
So they put Scalding Tarn into the bin.
Yep.
They now have 2 cards in hand, 1 that they knew about from the Ponder, 1 they didn't. So I guess that's the more efficient way. Even meltdown X equals 0. It kills my Seat of the Synod. They have one other card in hand. Yeah, we got okay.
Nice, very nice.
Cool.
Okay, cool.
Cool. So what they did there, was still correct, because if you ponder, shuffle, and draw a card, you're seeing one new card. If you see predict and cast it, you're seeing one card you know about, one card you don't. So you're getting deeper into your deck. So then if the next card they drew was a Plowshares or similar, it sets them up for not having to draw through the crap that they're seeing, and they get rid of predict anyway. So that was the correct thing to do. I guess there's a possibility that if they're playing Supreme Verdict, it put them off the mana for it. I don't think it did though. Hang on, we're back. Oh, it did. So if they're playing to that out of Supreme Verdict, that was the incorrect thing to do. They're better off just shuffling. But if they're playing to that out of... well, this is the interesting thing about Thought Monitor, right? Because of the Affinity shit, it doesn't die to EE very easily. You have to play EE for 5 Sunburst and then bump it with Proliferate to get anywhere near it. Doesn't die to... I guess the other out could have been Prismatic Ending. External non-component mana value X is less than X. No, you can't do it with that.
Can't do that.
Wear Tear was another option. So I guess they were looking for Wear Tear, Plowshares, or...
Yeah, that's really all there is.
Or Brainstorm with Determinus, I guess, on our turn. But that's very blind. Interesting.
Yeah, very, very interesting. So, what do we learn from this little 3-2 success?
That either the deck is bad against Delver, or we don't have a fucking clue how to pilot against Delver. One of the two.
Oh, yeah, that was the conclusion I came to as well. Disenchant, right? Is that for null rods, or is that for...
Yeah, so it's probably for the mirror, because this is a deck that is obviously a known deck at the moment. We're doing well in the challenge. We should have brought it in for that null rod. Like that's literal just deck knowledge fail there. Which is funny, because playing D&T, like, null rod probably would have come up in my head for, are they playing null rod nowadays, yes or no, and then, like, go from there. But when playing this, I didn't even go through a checklist of stuff that normally fucks me, because I guess we don't play it very often. Philbo says Vince Mr. Dispute is good against Delver. Philbo, are you playing this in Legacy now, then? Because Philbo was also saying we should play Thoughtcasts, which I'm not opposed to for how good Thought Monitor was. So having more copies of Thought Monitor that don't have a body.
Yeah, but I like my Thoughtcast that can kill people more.
Oh yeah, definitely.
What do I cut? What are we cutting?
Yeah.
More
So you play 4 Thought Monitor, and then Thoughtcast is like Thought Monitor's 5 through 6 to use the magic
Stand, but like looking at this deck, I mean, what are we cutting? Like,
well, I don't know. So Canonist
Zabaz, presumably, was one flex, right?
Yeah, Zabaz seemed bad every time we had it, but then it's probably, I don't know.
And I think like 3 foundries for what they do, like to grind the long game. Like this is Legacy. Like there are fewer occasions where you're trying to grind than there are when you're trying to race. I
disagree. We just played a 5-round league and 4 of our games were grinding. Hell, the Elves deck, which isn't exactly like a slow deck, we forced it to grind and we had to grind with it. Like loads of those games were long, Rob.
Okay. Yeah, no.
That's the common like thing where people say Legacy's quick. It's like it's obviously often not obviously sorry. It's often more grindy than they say Modern is. But again, I don't know if you need 3 copies because you grab them a Saga. You don't want 3 in play, I don't think.
I don't see that 3 is really worth it.
Running Chalice seems really good. So that was one of the first questions someone said, having played it when I played Chalice. I think I was going to run this for another league, which we won't do tonight because it's. I was hoping. What I was hoping to happen, by the way, as a side tangent, was this is Affinity, so we either smash or get smashed, and then we go for a second league.
Nice.
But we ended up playing like 5 rounds, 4 of which took like. Of course, we were chatting about different topics as well, but took way longer than I thought they would. Anyway, yeah, if I was playing this again, I'd play it more like Stompy. I think I would play a City of Traitors, just 1 copy. I wouldn't want to go up too many, just because the Soul Lands were really good when we had them. Yeah. So I'd play 1 more Soul Land in City of Traitors. And I'd play Chalices, and what I'd cut is probably these 2, Trimmer Canonist. Yeah, probably 2 Canonists. I'll probably put them into the sideboard, honestly, because I think they're good enough for that. Yeah, so I'd trim those 4 for Chalices, and that's probably what I'd run back, I think. The other thing that, like, so Phil Gallagher of Fabian you was saying on Twitter was like cut the white because it makes the mana bad. Which did feel a little bit of that, but it wasn't. It didn't feel like the mana was terrible.
Yeah, well, this is the interesting thing, right? So some of the opening hands were sketchy, but like once we deployed, it was pretty smooth. Like there are very few occasions where, but largely thanks to Mox Opal, obviously, but like there were a lot of occasions where we kept hands and be like, okay, well we can't cast this until later, but we managed to get there quite easily. So I don't think it's as big a stress as it appears. But this is obviously a deck that is fragile on the card advantage, so we want to be keeping 7 card hands where we can. So I guess that's the question you want to have in your mind. But then the other thing is having 4 more artifact lands is huge. So
yeah, that's the thing. Is that because you're probably just going to play off artifact lands anyway.
Yeah.
So the splash is kind of free in a way. Someone said, hang on, who was that in chat? Said that. Someone said, who said it? Someone said check out. Is it MC's? Oh, look at MC's list from the latest 5.0 dump test Mangork. Let's have a look. See if I can find it on the mothership. Yeah. Where do they post them these days? I always look at them from other people linking them. I don't go looking for them anymore. Is it in the daily MTG search the archive? Eventually Forgotten Realms, odds and ends. It's funny, I think the word ends as Modern Horizon 2. It's like, yeah, Modern Horizon 2 is over. Moving on. D&D. What the fuck are the 5.0 dumps these days? Not under it's not under esports, is it? Is it under like Magic the Gathering Online?
No idea.
Rob, you can help me find it. News.
Okay.
Standard power rankings.
La.
I mean, it's Channel Fireball article. You should all, if you're in America, you should use channelfireball.com, but I'm just saying, who gives a fuck about standard? Historic Brawl, FNM at home, Chromatic Cube, Turbo Draft, FNM at home. Chat, where am I looking for these days? Where the... Oh, you're not looking at Goldfish. Okay, we'll look at Goldfish. I know the 5.0 dumps are on there. MTG Goldfish. So you mean... Is it mono blue or blue white? The deck is cool. It's cool to see Affinity. Like see some play. Here's mono blue again. That's what we just played.
Yep.
We're looking for MC. There we go.
See, there we go. Cool. 5.0.
That was much easier, wasn't it? It's almost like the Magic the Gathering main website isn't very good.
No.
Wow. In terms of like the stuff.
I am a fan of those, and they've got the Thoughtcast. Interesting. Shadow Spear for trample and life.
Yeah, it's just like what I was saying. Like this overperforms so much that it might be worth playing the lesser version of it. I say lesser. There were several games where we were 1 mana off casting this, so we could have cast that. Mox Diamond.
Wow. Going deep.
I like this better. I like this. I like the Shadow Spear. One copy of Spell Bomb.
Spell Bomb. Oh, okay.
I mean, we never ever popped our sagas. Weirdly, I think that was just luck.
Yeah. So 402 1 City Traitors, like you mentioned. Darksteel Citadel answers the white question because you got the artifact land for the Darksteel Citadel.
Yeah, you know what? With the feedback from Philip Gallagher, and then seeing this as well, maybe the white is right because the canonists, like I said, they seemed good in like 2 of our 11 matches or whatever it ended up being. 11 games, sorry, 5 matches, 11 games. Like the canonists were good in 2 of them. Esper Sentinel literally won us the game on 2 occasions. With drawing us cards.
This sideboard has got Krakus in for reanimate or whatever, but I'm not seeing a lot for Storm.
Krakus is going to get TNT and show and tell.
Yeah. There's not a lot for Storm and those kind of things. You've got Thorns, obviously, but...
Well, if you've got Mox Diamonds, and you're playing 24 lands where we were playing 20, because you need your land count to play Mox Diamonds, I would go up to 4 Mox Opal and play 2 Diamonds. It can't be right to play 3 and 3 split. Like Mox Opal's got to be the better one, right? You can go back from Darksteel Citadel to Ancient Dens, play 4 Mox Opal, 1 or 2 Diamonds, and then you can play white cards in your sideboard. Yes, I'm like Bing Skidder saying losing plow seems scary. Yeah, this is what I'm thinking. Like, what removal do you have in the sides? So someone said earlier, if you're still here, please speak up. It was you said about what's the Eldrazi one, the +2 -3. What's it called?
Spinal Contortion.
Spatial Contortion.
Spatial Contortion.
Yeah, it's the art of the guy falling over and then
his spine get twisted.
Turned to a corkscrew. Yeah. I think you just want to play Plowshares over that. So you can play 4 white lands, 30 diamonds. Hello, people from Lady Lavinia's stream. Welcome. I'll introduce myself before we carry on with our conversation. I'm Vince, also known as PleasantKenobi on the internet. In my ear and the disembodied voice, that's Rob. Say hello, Rob.
Hello, Rob.
Rob joins me on Monday sometimes, and also is the DM for our D&D session tomorrow. So if you like Dungeons and Dragons, it's myself, it's Rob, it's Spice 8 Rack, and it's Toma. We're playing D&D tomorrow at 7:30 BST. So That would have been 2.5 hours ago, starting tomorrow. Yeah, so hello everybody. If you don't know who I am, by the way, I make Magic the Gathering content. I also make a little bit of D&D and Warhammer content too. I primarily focus on Magic. I stream every single Monday this time, and I just punch my microphone. I make a lot of videos on YouTube, so check me out on youtube.com/PleasantKenobi. Yes, Spice 8 Rec is filling in for Ashlyn because she couldn't make it back for this one shot. We're doing one shots and stuff. Lavinius, do you play D&D? And if you do, don't have to answer here because obviously I don't want to put you on the spot. But if you ever want a seat at the table when we're doing a one shot, yes, you just said it yourself. Yes. So we're trying to do like a bit of a rotating cast, a little bit. Like I'll always be in it, and Rob's always welcome to DMing and stuff. But we rotate people where needed. So Lavinius, I'll drop you a DM, and we'll talk about that for some time in the future. So what we have been doing is we just played through a Legacy League with this deck here. A rather affordable deck in terms of Legacy. In paper, it's only $1,200. It's just so funny to say out loud. Only $1,200. $400 on Modo. But when the Modo prices, because Wizards of the Coast decided to make Modern Horizons a premium product online for no apparent reason. So 188 tickets for 4 copies of Urza Saga. Deck was fun, and we were just talking about alternatives, innovations, and what other people are doing with it. And we're looking at MC's version of it. And we decided
blue might be the way to go. Although you run the risk of having no removal whatsoever in a land where Delver is clearly on the upwards.
Yeah, because so Caracas is kind of like removal in your sideboard, but it's not good against Delver specifically, right? So it's great for like putting the Grizzlebrand back in their hand after they've drawn 14 cards or whatever. But they don't want to draw 14 cards against you because you're going to hit them with like a big creature. But against Delver, like, oh, someone's clicked deck and it's called What is my deck at the moment? Oh, my deck list turned off. Reality Shift? No, I don't think so. I think 2 mana is a huge ask, and then it gives them a 2/2. No. Jafar asked earlier, is there room for Khan? I was just thinking about that. If we go up to this 24 land version playing Mox Diamonds, then yeah. The version we played at 20 lands, like we weren't on more than 4 mana very often. Right, like Khan might get stuck in hand a lot.
Why not splashing for removal?
Like
bolt or push?
Well, it gives you a toolbox and just more bodies basically. It's not terrible, but I think you need more mana. As you can see here, they're bringing it in. Thank you for the subs, Trouser Snake, and Elijah.
14 months? That's
14
nothing
months.
I can do. 14 months standing on my head.
17 months for Trouser Snake.
Oh, Trouser 17 months. Why not splash for removal like bolt or push? We were with the deck we played tonight. We were in white for it. Canonist, I think, was actually not great, and also counterintuitive for the Sentinel. And I wouldn't want to stay in white just for Sentinel either.
Yeah, and the thing with Canonist, right, is you never know how good it really is because you can't see the opponent's hand. Like, and there were some during the Delver games, like where you had the Canonist down, it could have been doing work that we maybe couldn't see.
It might have been doing work we couldn't see, but we also lost all but.
We lost all the games. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we won 1 game against Delver. Canonist doesn't hose Delver. That's not true. So, Canonist is very good against Delver if you have other things that affect it. So if you have Thorns, we're already talking post-board there, right? Or Thalia, or Wasteland. This deck doesn't have Thalia or Wasteland. So I guess Sentinel plus Canonist kind of does the same job, but it's soft as well, it only does it as the first spell. I guess you can't cast the second spell. So again, it doesn't really do it. It's what we talked about earlier, right? These cards they're counterintuitive. Sentinel wants to force your opponent to pay more mana and thus play less spells, and Canonist, like, you just can't play any more spells, thus you just pay the mana anyway. So you're not drawing cards, and it's slowing them down, but you're basically building your own Thalia at that point. Yeah, I don't think Canonist is... If someone said to me, how do you make this deck beat Delver? I think Canonist is not in my top 50 answers. Right? Like, what card do we add to this deck to beat Delver? And you're just like, fucking... a plethora of removal spells, grinding engines, blockers, flyers, and then, like, Canonist is like your 54th, like, fucking suggestion or whatever.
Plague Engineer, like, there's all kinds of things.
Yeah, that's probably better. I think there's definitely a splash colour. I don't know what it is. Maybe it is just white for the plowshares. Maybe you just go wild and have 4 plowshares and 4 paths in your sideboard and be like, those Delvers ain't fucking living. They're dying. Yeah, I don't know if I want to be whole blue with no removal spells. Like, going back to this, I guess the other thing. So the other thing.
We're playing main deck friggin' the shooty boy bastards boys, aren't we? So we'll be fine.
Well, weirdly, this one isn't. Oh no, it is. No, that can't be right.
That can't.
That cannot be right.
But it's 4 Volt Scourge. That's what it is. Instead of 4 buddy.
I'll be trimming 1 or 2 Volt Scourge, 1 diamond, and playing them. So the interesting thing about this deck that we haven't actually talked about is that I'm saying we need to add Chalice to the Void, and then we're sat here going on and on and on about between 4 and 8 copies of 1 mana removal in the sideboard. Which is absolutely not how you beat Delver. You don't side out your chalices and side in your plowshares. So the reason this deck has just said fuck it, there's no point to play white, is because of the chalices. I think that's completely reasonable.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So actually, Spatial Contortion might be the answer because you can play it through chalice.
Yes, you can.
The other
option is to go red and then play the Stompy Giant thing. That's removal.
Oh, Bonecrusher Giant, yeah.
Bonecrusher Giant. Yeah,
well, that's the other thing, right? So we're talking about removal. We're not just talking about Delver killers. Spatial Contortion kills Delver, right? And historically, Eldrazi has played
most
it.
Importantly,
but it does not. So what'd you say?
It kills both sides of Delver as well, which is the most.
Yeah, but anything that kills the back end will kill the front end.
Yeah, but not everything that kills the front end kills the back end. So like Fork Bolt, whatever.
Sure, but you always when you talk about killing Delver, you always talk about things that will kill a 3/2, I guess. That's why Plague Engineer isn't the correct thing. The problem is that like Spatial Contortion and Bolt don't kill Merc Rider Regent, Merc Trider, Merc Slider. What is it called? Merc Treader.
Yeah.
Merc Tide Regent. This thing is a 3/3 at worst, but it averages out being a 5/5.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw it be a 6/6.
Yeah.
So actually, even Dismember is probably a better option because Dismember can be cast a little bit off Mox Opals, and it can kill a 5/5. But even Dismember doesn't quite get there. This thing, and then
it's 5 swords, right? Is the better option.
Yeah, but I think you're better off just playing Chalice.
Yeah,
blue red version here, man.
Yeah, because the argument is like you play the Chalice, you get it down early, they can't play their spells.
There we go.
Hello.
Oh, they're on Lotus Petal and Springleaf Shrub. Wow, Modern Affinity is back. Like 4 Galvanic Blast, 4 Springleaf, 4 Monitor, 4 Thoughtcast. That's pretty hot, really. Like just chaining casts.
Okay, that's got 4 Ornithopter is questionable, but the rest of it, yeah,
I don't know. If you're playing Springleaf Drum, then it warrants you playing these. And then because of that, it's card disadvantage. So you have to go really hard and be like, I need as much card draw as I can. Master of Ethereum. Oh, boy.
Oh, baby.
Fucking hell. This is literally... where's Netosister here? This is like proper Modern Affinity over here. So yeah, I like both of these versions. Okay. I do like the fuck the white off, play Chalice. I don't know about the Mox Diamond. I don't know about going down 1 Opal. That's it. I guess they are legendary, but that's insane. You've got
because you've got so many ways to use that 4th Opal. That's the thing, right? Because you run Ravager, you run Psy, like there's so many options.
Look at the price; it's going down. It's going down. 904. So
This is why, like
This is why we got beat today, right? You played a deck that was like $1.5 grand or whatever, and we got absolutely fucking slapped about by $4.5 grand. It's all about the money. It's all about the money.
Your wallets.
Fucking, have you seen this price, Rob? It's $1,000 online, and $425 of that is Ragavan. How can anybody who works?
Ragavan, that's what I'm saying.
But how can anyone who? This is the thing. Like, we detach from like, oh, it's Magic, cards are expensive. Like, how could anyone at Wizards of the Coast look at that and think, especially people who work for Modo on the Modo product line, right? And they're like, how? That's fine. It's not fine. It's fucking ludicrous. This is fucking stupid. Fix it, Wizards. Reduce your fucking pack prices. Fucking Christ alive. Vince says MTG is pay to win. Yeah. They don't get a say. No, they don't. They don't. It's going to be... They walk into the boardroom and the Hasbro exec is fucking balls deep in cocaine. And they're like, sir? And they're like, shut up! And they're like funneling money and cocaine to their mouths. Remove the reserve list. This has nothing to do with the reserve list. That's the funny thing. Krista Genesis.
Reserve list card that's 30 ticks for 4 copies of Volcanic Island.
Look, tabletop price, right? All the money here, not all the money, but like half the price, over half the price, is in Volks. So I agree with you. That isn't our reserve list problem, right? Legacy and Modern, to a lesser extent, but Legacy primarily, are kept alive by being able to be played online, okay? This is not going to keep it alive. This is not a reserve list problem. This is, we've got a premium price product that no one is opening anymore. No one's opening products they're renting, and no one's drafting because Phantom is just a much more cost-efficient way of playing the game. So the cards are this expensive. there needs to be a fix. The obvious fix is don't make your fucking premium priced non-redeemable product $6.99 on fucking digital. That's stupid. It's fucking stupid. Ragavan, the fucking expensive monkey. Jesus fucking Christ. It's a really cool design, by the way. I was moaning earlier about it's obviously broken the moment you play with it in low-cost decks and stuff. It's very cool. The fact there's a monkey pirate and it pillages and steals shit. Very cool. Why is it 1 mana?
It's a monkey. Doesn't matter. It's just a monkey.
Yeah, but like, it could have been a cool design that was 2 mana. Right?
It's 2 mana if you dash it. You've got the choice. You can choose to play it for 1 mana.
Is there any other innovations on this? 6th in the challenge. 2 Thoughtcast. Aether Swan, Sentinel in main deck.
One on the thought.
Welding Jar.
Whoa, welding jar. Hello.
I think I'd rather play extra
That's
on
not
a Welding
good.
Jar.
Yeah.
Actually, no.
Everything we saw our stuff didn't blow up. It just
Rob, I would like to tell you, point you to the time that we got 2 for 1 with Force of Vigor.
Yeah. Force of Vigor.
When we got like fucking Wear Torn. Wear Torn is Destroy Artifact, Exile Enchantment, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we got Wear Torn. I think it was 5 times across 2 games.
Yeah, fair point.
We got all of our creatures bolted, like fucking. I think we got bolted 6 or 7 times. Meltdown, Matt Larkin's got it. Meltdown and a Yi refed our board like 4 times that league. I think Welding Jar is legit. I was mocking it as well until I started thinking, hang on, all our stuff kept dying. That is fucking gas. Oh fucking hell! You can Welding Jar. You're right, Mangork. You can Welding Jar your lands in response to fucking Wastelands.
Yes, you can.
That is gas. Okay. So, this deck was sweet. I really, really like it. I really, really like it. It's a traditional archetype come back to Legacy. If I was going to play again now, I'd play either the Chalice version or I'd maybe play this blue-red version. Because seeing Galvanic Blast and Master of Ethereum in the same deck does get me excited for times gone by. That is it. For anyone who joined us from Lady Davinia's stream, she's raided just at the very end, unfortunately, as we were wrapping up and chatting shit. I'm going to disappear to my Discord now, my Patreon Discord, to play League of Legends with some patrons. Rob, are you coming along for a little bit?
Might stay for 1 if we are quick about it, and I load up now. Where are we going to send our lovely friends? We're
going to raid, but before we do, I'm going to get us. I'm just going to quickly check for Orcus, WizKids, and then also Orcus STLs. So there's quite a pricey Orcus model from WizKids. Is it good? It's okay. It's got some detail to it. God, that is a. So this is a 3D render. I'm not a fan of their 3D renders. I think the lighting is always really off and makes them look stupid.
A lot of this is 4th edition, and I imagine it's going to be.
No, this is Icon of the Realms. So this is just like iconic stuff that they've released in the last couple of years.
Okay.
So it's interesting. And this one being hit with the red light. Interesting.
Orcus is one of the last creatures I consider to be brown, but.
Brown?
Sure.
Brown?
Yeah, this sort of colour.
That's red! Chat, what colour is that? What colour is Orcus?
He looks brown to me. It looks brown to me.
Rob, I mean, there's definitely brown tones in there. I'm not
gonna I like Orcus to be more kind of, I don't know, like either like fleshy pink on black kind of vibe.
Wait, is he actually an orc?
Orcus? No.
Oh, I thought you said I like orcs to be. And I was like, this has got a very weird way. I thought they were green.
Yeah. No, because Orcus
that's
is like,
definitely. Look how red that is, Rob.
Yeah, but he's undead is his thing, so he should be like less hell and more like corpsey.
Well, there you go then. I think the brown tones do make him look a bit undead. Let's see if there's any Orcus STLs or similar. Orcus STL. See what people. Oh, baby. Okay. WizKid thinks cool and everything, but there is some radical shit out there. So let's have a look at this one. Interesting.
Ooh, okay.
Wings are a bit thick, but yeah, I like it. I like it. Much more traditional goat's head.
Oh, now we're
Fat
talking.
Dragon Games. What? Because it looks old and derpy. Is that why you like it?
No, because he looks more like more lordly. Like something about his corpulence. He's got a bit more, kind of.
I don't know if this is an STL you can get. I quite like that. That's quite simple and straightforward. I quite like the look of that. I've got another shot of this one. Oh, the one we just looked at, I think. No. Oh, there's a painted one of the one you like. Someone has painted it up. Look at that.
There you go. Although he's not very action positioned. So
No, that is not a very
maybe
dynamic
more
pose. Here's one. Orcus Lord of Undeath on Etsy. Pretty sure they aren't paying for the rights to D&D, but let's not talk about that.
There you go.
He's a bit more dynamic.
Yeah.
Have you seen... I mean, I can't 3D print these ones, but have you seen some of the Demon Princes from Creature Caster? Because they're good standards. They're not quite Orcus, but they're pretty fucking hot.
It's basically, as long as you've got a skull-headed stick and a ram's head, you're basically there for August.
Oh, God, I'm going to get TOS because there's a tit there. I might not do that. Don't want to accidentally show a nipple on a female model. These nipples, completely okay on TOS. A female nipple? Oh, no. Twitch will melt down. Demons. We want miniatures and we want big lads, don't we? Demons. Tyranny. Okay, so there's... No, that's not... This isn't very... That's not Orcus enough, I don't think. No, that's not Orcus. That's very much something else.
Yeah.
And then we've got Ruin. Because you've seen my big Lord of Ruin, haven't you? But he's not very... He's more... Onslaught? Nah, this guy's too he's too Doom-esque, this one. Like this big boy. He's too, like, you know, Doom rip and tear demon, isn't he?
Yeah.
I generally go only for minis and RPGs when space matters. Most encounters, you don't really need them. Yeah, sure, and I agree. But it's A, it helps players visualize, and B, it can, like, up the game to the next level, right?
It creates moments where, like... It is exciting to like bring out your big scary monster and have everybody react to it, you know. And it is it's a moment, right? And we want to create moments. That's the whole point of the big storytelling element. It's like is having those big reveals and being able to have those big reveals not just being storytelling and description, but also be in like in something more tangible. It is cool, you know. Particularly if the thing is like really like a particularly big model. Like, because then it adds
like sense of scale,
grandeur,
like
a sense of scale
like
to the situation.
If you've got your own character model as well, and then like you've been fighting things that are the same size as it, you can give an element of horde. So if you put in like if you just keep putting models down, and they're like, oh no, we've stumbled into a kobold den. There's like 40 kobolds, and we're like level 1 and we're fucked, right? That's one thing. So like a scale of combat encounter. But then if you've been fighting things of the same size as you for like weeks on end. And in the next session, the thing is like 5 times your size. Because sometimes just saying, oh, it's 30 foot tall. Some people just... I'm very bad with understanding, like, size... When I read a book, and the book's like, oh, it's about 2 miles away in the distance. I'm like, I don't fucking know what that is. What are you talking about? But when someone puts a model down next to mine, it's like, it's just 7 times the size of me. I'm like, oh, well, in which case, yeah. So it can scale, size, grandeur... Yeah, and it can elevate it too, right? Like if you've got dungeon tiles or like nicely printed maps or... Like my last play group, they absolutely loved when like I rolled out the actual map and I got it printed on like A2 or whatever. A1? I don't know, it's big. It's a big table size. And I gave them pencils and I was like, you mark down where you are. Or where you think you are with your survival checks and where you are. And they were like into it. Sometimes adding props and models and maps and stuff does elevate the game. Even if you don't paint them up, even if it's just like unpainted stuff or like very simply painted stuff, it still adds, all those elements to it. Right then, chat, let's get a fucking raid on. Where are we going? Where are we dropping, lads? I would now mention a Fortnite location. Is it Tumble Towers? Is Tumble Towers Fortnite?
No idea. I've never Fortnited.
It's okay. I like the shooting mechanics. I hate the building shit. That's my hot take on Fortnite, kids. It's not really a hot take if it's... Here's my review of Fortnite. 6 out of 10, shooting was fine. Right, let's go raid Semulin. Do I think he's playing whatever the fuck this is. What's this game called? Magic the Gathering. I think he's playing Storybook Brawl, but... Welcome to the Patreon, Draco Lich! Can we chug that jug? Let's get in the car. Get in the clown car, kids. Fucking 60 of you disappear when we're talking about models. Toots out.
Get
Get your toots out for the lads. When you get there, obviously toot. Drop your emotes. Don't swear until you understand whether swearing is okay. Don't do what Cal did that time and get banned by Benjamin Wheeler. That was embarrassing. That was Cal. Was that White Hot? I'm sure it was. Anyway, good night, kids. We're back next Monday. There'll be videos throughout the week as well. The stream video will be up on YouTube. There'll be some more on Wednesday. There'll be some more Magic stuff as well. And my preview is on Sunday. Or Saturday, the 3rd. Yeah, get hyped for that. Might be featuring the voice of Rob.
Yeah, I was saying, I emailed you some stuff.
Sweet. Right, good night, kids. Ta-ta for now.